Okay, I'm doing an old topic again. I'm doing the whole commentary thing since the gaming. The gaming doesn't really work out for me. I don't think it really contrasts well with the channel because I was mainly about commentating over things that I criticize. So I thought it would be good again to do something like this. Picking up the Watch Mojo and criticizing some video games, maybe some music or anime or something like that. Something that I have some knowledge in. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't be against those requests if people are coming in here and if they have a request for something, then you know come come with that. I'll share it in the stream for now. Can I turn off the display? No, that's not the same. This. Okay, I think it is disabling. Oh no, I'm locking it. I don't know what that means. Yeah, that does nothing, I think. Or that means that you cannot like move it. I meant this, yeah. Like disabling the screen for a bit because I'll share it in my Discord for now. Got one viewer in this bitch. Reveal yourself. I thought maybe you guys want to see this because no one ever comments on my stream, so I wouldn't mind people showing up for now. I wouldn't mind that. But YouTube is kind of like not the ideal place to stream, but I hate Twitch, so I don't really want to go there because of The Sims. How the fuck do you share? Like, I hate it that there's no share option, or I cannot see it at least. I don't see a share option, so I have to go on my phone into this stream and share it like that. That's kind of shitty, I think. So Streamlabs, if you're watching this, maybe fix that. Or maybe I have to find how to do this. Like maybe share the description, I guess. I mean, now I went to settings, I think. No, that's not the way. I don't hope I finish my stream. I was like, where the fuck is my desk? But there it is. Man, this is some shit right there. I guess that the description maybe. Maybe if I grab the link here, maybe then I can share it. Oh, but I can't copy it. What the fuck? It doesn't let me copy, so I am forced to look up my video and share it like that because YouTube does not allow to share the stream for some reason. I don't get it. But we'll see which people are gonna show up. I hope that someone shows up because I do like to criticize some shit, while I'm doing this. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to criticize things. As long as you're being honest about it. And me gaming, you've seen it before. I like to game, but I'm not really like a pro at it, so it's not really that impressive to see me game. So I think that the commentary thing is more my lane because I've done it for like 1,000 episodes. So I like to pick it up again since I'm spending gear to do this, but no one is like watching me, which kind of sucks. Okay. I got one like though. I got one viewer. Viewer, reveal yourself, please. I would almost back, but no. I'm not gonna lie. I have a fine life, but I do like some attention. It's not like I'm not Wings of Redemption. I have to live off of this. I'm not like that. I'm not desperate for it. Sharing it in the ominous realm. Yeah, there you go. There are like 3 people online, so it's not really gonna help because one of them literally said, I ain't watching your vid." So yeah, I'm friends with that guy, but he's not really about the commentary channels or the the reviewers, I guess, which I am both. So I'm gonna turn off my video capture device. Okay, so that said video game capture device. I'm not a fucking video game, but I'll turn it off for a bit because it's fucking hot in here. Jesus, some Nelly shit right here. I mean, you don't have to see that, so I'm turning that off for a bit. And really chill though, that even I can just know how to fucking do this shit. So that really tells you a lot. That you can definitely still do something like this as long as you're unique. But don't necessarily take my advice because I have no viewers, so I can't really say trust me. But I mean, at least I'm honest. So okay. I'll watch my stream for a bit to see if the audio is good. Which kind of sucks. Okay. The commentary channels or the reviewers, I guess, which I am both. So I'm gonna turn off my video capture. It's chill though that even I can know how to fucking do this shit. So that really tells you a lot. Okay, literally my whole stream or my whole Discord, like the people that are online right now, they have all left a like. Guys, thanks for doing that, but maybe leave a comment behind to keep me motivated or something. I would appreciate it, I wouldn't mind seeing some of you peeps on there, but most of my Discord peeps are kind of shy, I guess. Which I don't blame you, but I would like a comment. It would be appreciated. But let's get into the video. It's 7 minutes balls deep in this bitch, like it used to be. I really need a hype man for my channel, like someone that says, "Oh, remember Ominous saying balls deep in this bitch," like one of his famous quotes. I have some fucking one of a kind quotes. Like that quote, I have that from no one. It suddenly just came into my head, and I was like, yeah. Strong emphasis on came because of the whole. Well, I'm not gonna go in detail, but you know what I mean. You know where I was going with that. So let's get into this video.
For decades, Mortal Kombat has been the go-to game for brutal brawls and
the audio is working,
deaths, but not every game has been a shiner. Welcome to Watch Mojo.
I'll watch it back
and
in
today,
a bit to see if
we're
the audio is loud enough.
Every Mortal Kombat game.
I'm doing Mortal Kombat now, but if you guys want to see something else, like, I don't know, Pokemon or Zelda or Call of Duty, something like that, if you want to see that, then I'll do that as well. Just let me know, and I'll keep it in mind. Let's be honest, I'll do it next, because no one else is in line, so...
For this,
if I'm honest, I'm not the biggest Mortal Kombat fan, but I saw it in my recommended. I was like, I can commentate over Watch Mojo because, the way, the reason why I work so well off of Watch Mojo was because, they don't really have a personality, and they usually make really basic fuck ups. Like one person said, "Oh, they mixed up one MKN with MK2 battles, or with gameplay of MK2," and I was like, yeah, that's a basic Watch Mojo mistake, but that's them, and you can criticize them for that, and that is what makes it fun to react to them. I can't react to the Internet Historian or the Right Opinion, two good YouTube channels, but I can't, react to those channels because they have scripts and they have well edited, they edit well, they have a lot of personality going on. Those are good channels. I can't react to that shit because they fill up every square hole with personality and content. There's nothing to criticize about their videos. Those are well made videos. The thing with Watch Mojo is you can commentate over them because they make a lot of basic errors, and it's fun to criticize them for that, to say, hey, this is not right. Anyone can point out their mistakes. It's kind of similar to saying that Starbucks wrote your name wrong on the cup because you're like, oh, look at this, Starbucks misspelled my name, but that's how they get you. They get you because you tweet about it, or you share it on Reddit, maybe, I don't fucking know, but you share it on social media, and everyone is like, "Oh yeah, that's kind of dumb, Starbucks." But at the same time, they get promotion. It's still bad publicity, but it is publicity. Any publicity is good publicity. Any publicity is good publicity. Fuck no. Try to say that word 10 times. When your native tongue isn't English.
We'll be ordering the Mortal Kombat games from the worst
I'll
to
still
the
look
best.
if the audio is right, because I'm not sure if it is. Oh wow, I think it was glitchy as all. Let's look at that again. That's true. Why is the audio so glitchy? What the fuck? Like my mic is fine, but why is the audio of YouTube so shit?
For brutal brawls and but not every game has been a shiner. Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're ranking.
Okay, I'll watch more of it, but for some reason the audio is skipping. I have no fucking clue why, because the headphone thing is bleeping on my screen for some reason, but I have no idea why.
However, we'll only be counting the main series. Really?
So I'll watch a bit more and see if it fixes itself, and otherwise I cannot do it.
Include mythologies and special forces. We all know where those games belong. Number 11, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe.
Your illusion does not fool me.
Okay, I'll look for now how the audio is, and if it's still wrong, then I have to really fix it, because it's again unwatchable. I have no idea, but the audio is still glitching for some reason. I don't get it. Like, these are my settings. Yeah, the lounge sounds panel is not correct. It's a mismatch. But how the fuck do I do that then? Because what you need to do is you need to like get it straight, or get it like the same settings. But this one is 48,000 hertz, 24 bits, which are my current settings right now. Or maybe it needs to be on CD quality. I don't fucking know. And then you need to go to recording, go to the microphone of the Shure. I don't even think you can see this. Nope. Need to go to advanced. Oh, they were on different channels. That might have been the problem. Okay. Go to 48,000 hertz. Yeah, that sounds way different. Okay, and change this one as well to 48,000 hertz. Oh wait, but this doesn't sound weird right now, because I think it does. No, it sounds the same. So maybe it's good now because I put it both of them at the same rate. So hopefully the audio is fixed now.
Shang Tsung.
But maybe I have to restart my whole program to do
Let's
this.
face
I don't
it,
know.
this was not a Mortal Kombat game. Considered
My
to
whole
be the
microphone
eighth
is
entry
glowing
in the
red
main
right now, or,
series, NK vs
orange.
DC was living proof for
So
why
I'm
the
not sure if it
franchise
is right
could
right
never
now.
dip below an M rating. As if the title wasn't frustrating enough with its crappy hitboxes and half-baked
I'm like still
story,
trying to
it
figure out if
lacked
my mic
what
settings
makes
are
a
correct
Mortal
while
Kombat
doing
game.
this.
The
Is my
gore.
mic even recording
Sure, it
right
had
now?
some fatalities or heroic
see
brutalities,
that?
whatever that nonsense is supposed to mean.
Yeah, there.
But they all
It
sucked.
is working.
At least every other game on this list tried to make something crazy.
This game, on the other hand, get out of here!
No, shut up. To be honest, I would still play DC over Mortal Kombat 4. Mortal Kombat 4 is fucking awful. The way it's animated and the way that the characters move and the dialogue, it's so awful. It's one of the worst games. I mean, DC was a disaster, but at least it was somewhat playable. But the worst thing about it is, of course, that they removed the blood and gore and all those, like the Mortal Kombat staples. That is the worst thing about it. So let's see if the audio is fixed right now, because I put it both of them on the same channel. So hopefully the audio is fixed right now. Okay, I'll look for now how the audio is and if it's still. Okay, I'm not I'm not playing it right now. Play it, Ominous. Weird right now.
Shang Tsung. But maybe I have to restart my program. Let's face it, this was not a Mortal Kombat game. Considered to be the 8th entry in the main series, MK vs. DC was living proof for why the franchise could never dip below an M rating, as if the title wasn't
Okay. I fixed it. Cool. I fixed the problem. Yeah, so I had to put both of them on the same channel. I'm not sure, but my mic is glowing yellow right now, but at least the audio is working. So I'm tempted to keep going in this state because it is working, but I'm not sure why it is glowing orange. It's still saying that I have some problems, but I might just keep it like this. Oh, my audio is it's glowing red right now for some reason. I don't get it. But maybe keep it on auto, because I think even people that own the mic say auto is better. So there you go. So just keep it like this. It's working, Ominous. Don't focus on the lights too much. Just do it.
Fatality.
Number 10, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance.
Okay, I lost my own viewer.
Even though the game had a few ideas, like the shock reveal of killing
I'm
Liu
just
Kang
looking
at the
if
start,
nothing
the complete
got worse
package
about the
left us
audio.
breathing out of a sigh of dismay. Overall,
10. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Even though the game had a few ideas, like the shock reveal of killing Liu Kang at the start, the complete package left us breathing out of a sigh of dismay. Overall,
Okay, the audio is working. I was just looking at that. Okay, one person is pinging me right now. I'm not sure who it is. Okay, one person is going crazy, but my phone is not notifying me for some reason. I don't think I've ever played this game before. I don't think so. Oh. Okay, so Pan came onto my channel or onto my stream, said that's true. I'm not sure what he agrees with, but I think YouTube or something that I said. And now he's like, "Oh, watch Chip and Dale. It's fucking awesome." I'm like, "Yeah, but bruh, I'm not fucking 10. I don't fucking know."
Deadly Alliance felt unfinished
Like, he loves his old Disney movies.
and
Now,
unpolished.
don't get me wrong.
Animations were
Disney
stiff,
back in
character
the day,
designs felt
pretty
lazy,
solid, right?
and
But
combos were not exciting
I
to
don't know.
watch. On top of
Not really
that,
watching
each
now.
character only had one fatality. It also didn't help that the two final bosses were Shang Tsung and Quan Chi,
I also don't know
as
how
they
to
formed
raise my
a
mic
deadly
audio.
alliance. And they are the
I go
biggest
to
threat
menu,
at
but
this
it might
point in the
fuck me
story.
up again.
This felt lazy and uninspired.
I don't think I've played this before. I've played the
Number
older ones and some
9,
of the newer
Mortal
ones.
Kombat 4.
This is the worst one. This one is fucking awful, in my opinion. I mean, it pretty much is, though. And look at how fucking awful those graphics
While
are.
we aren't happy about
Jesus.
the game getting rid of digitized axes, we can't knock MK4 around too much. The game made its foray into the third
I
dimension.
hope that my audio is like loud enough for you to catch up, because last time that I did the Left 4 Dead stream, it was way too loud and no one said anything. So I was like talking over the game, but the game was so loud that I was pretty much inaudible for the whole time. So that was pretty shitty.
A little too late, struggling to replicate the success of earlier examples like Tekken, Virtua Fighter, or Dead or Alive.
Oh, there's
Overall, it's a
blood, okay.
very
Well, yeah,
game.
there's blood in
The
this one, but
combat
it's
is
so
okay,
shit.
and the graphics are alright for the time, and the roster is decent. Although we can't say the same for the fatalities and the character endings. Especially
Look at
Jackson.
how fucking awful those animations are.
This is brutality. You can't do it. Wrong, Jarek.
fucking
This is
floating.
not a brutality. This is a fatality.
It's so bad.
Number 8.
It's such a fucking dog shit game.
Mortal Kombat
Fuck
Armageddon.
Mortal Kombat 4. I haven't really played a lot of them. I've only played like the first couple, I think the first 4, and then I think 9, 10, and 11. Or 9 and 10, and I've heard things about 11. That's what I played. I played some of the early ones, and I played the reboot and or the remake, I guess. Reboot, I don't fucking know. I think it's a reboot.
When you stand back, Armageddon had some really good ideas.
Because
It
the game was
featured
really
every
in the gutter
character to ever
before
appear in a
MK9,
Mortal Kombat game,
which is the
and
best Mortal
implemented a
Kombat game,
feature
probably.
where users can create fatalities
But
and their own
I'm
fighter.
more of a smasher anyway, so I'm not really offended at this list. But oh, you said that there's no such thing as bad publicity, and I agreed. Oof, that voice acting, yeah, it's fucking horrendous. The voice acting in 4 is so bad. It's fucking awful. Oh wait, why did you retract that? Well, I still have you on tape though, so. Like you can be a little bitch and retract your comment, but it will always be on tape, unless I delete it, of course. But we'll see.
However, you have to step
There was
really.
this guy on. Do I want to show this? Oh fuck yeah! I think I showed it already. Those are some of my favorite anime right there. Well, if you wanna clip that, then there you go. There was this guy that said. He said, "Oh, you don't have a Hakushi anime on here? That's dog shit. No, what was his name? Not this guy. Fuck, I forgot his name. Ikuhara. Not sure what I said before that, but Ikuhara, and he made. What did he make? He made Sara Zanmai, which is one of my favorite animes. So I said to this guy, maybe look at the list more before you make a wrong call out. He directed Sara Zanmai, which is on this list, and he said before that you don't have a fucking Ikuhara anime on this list, and Sara Zanmai he directed that anime, so fuck that guy. But he deleted his comments. So, but why did I mention this? Oh yeah, because you can delete your comment, but you'll always be clipped by me. So. Keep that in mind when you respond to me.
Far back to really appreciate this. One step closer, and you'll notice how abysmal it truly is.
But yeah, those are
Armageddon's
my
roster
favorite anime
featured
if you
many
wanna
clone
look it
characters
up.
with a handful of recycled animations, and a creator fatality system that was nothing more than generic moves jumbled together. It also didn't help that the game was incredibly unbalanced and made it easy to win by button mashing. Had it
does
not been for the reboot,
the game audio, or does the audio drown my voice out? That's a good one.
Oh wait, why did you retract that? Well, I still have you on fatality. It's so bad. Number 8. Such a fucking dog shit game. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Mortal Kombat 4. I haven't really played a lot of them. I've only played like the first couple, I think the first 4, and then I think 9, 10, and 11. Or 9 and 10, and I've heard things about 11. That's what I played. I played some of the early ones, and I played the reboot or the remake, I guess. Reboot, I don't fucking know. I think it's a reboot. When you stand back, Armageddon had some really good ideas. It featured every character to ever appear in a Mortal Kombat game, which is the best implemented a feature where users can create fatalities.
Yeah, so I'm still a bit below the mix. So when I talk, I usually have to pause the video. So that's why this probably is gonna take forever, because the game or the fucking game, the video audio still kind of drowns out my voice. So when I have something to say, I'll pause the video.
this game could have been the franchise's own Armageddon.
I can also just grab this video and
Number 7.
look at the comments that
Ultimate
way.
Mortal Kombat 3.
The third one. Jesus, that's a fucking combo right there.
The original MK3 was a bit of a mess. The combat was unbalanced, Cabal was broken, and the game forgot Scorpion. That's why when
Fucking
people talk about
Scorpion, bro.
MK3, they're
never
really
played-
talking about
I never played that many Mortal Kombat games. I only really played them when my dad brought me to the arcade, which happened about 1-2 times a month. So you say arcade, so that probably means that you've played like the, I don't know, like 5, 6, maybe 7, maybe some of the early ones. I don't really remember the dark middle era of Mortal Kombat. I just remember the first 2 games, and then 9, 10. That's what I played. So, like, I skipped a shitload of them, especially like 4 when I saw that fucking horrendous. Oh yeah, I'm playing my own stream back. No. Continue the video, bitch.
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. This version of the game fixed everything by improving controls, nerfing
Someone
certain
tried to
characters,
raise my
and
mic.
remembering Scorpion existed, along with Reptile,
Yeah.
and Katana, and Jade, and a clone version of Sub-Zero. Basically, there were a lot of colored ninjas here. As terrific as the game was back when it launched in 1995, it hasn't aged all too well in the visuals, especially when it
Can
comes
you guys
to
still hear me?
fatalities. There isn't
Am I
much else
really
to
loud
complain
right
about
now?
Ultimate Mortal Kombat
Oh yeah, I'm
3,
really
but
loud.
we'd rather play many of the
It
other
might be
titles
better, though.
if given the option.
Maybe. I'll probably test it out first because I'm really like,
Number
I'm
6,
overbearing the mic
Mortal
right now.
Kombat 2.
Oh, the first one, yeah. Let's see if it's better now. Because it's really like overbearing in my voice. So maybe.
Oh, Armageddon. I just remembered like the first. As terrific as the game was back when it launched in 1999, if given the option, maybe. I'll probably test it out first because I'm really like
Number
I'm
6,
overbearing the mic right now.
Kombat 2.
Oh, the first one, yeah. Let's see if it's better now.
I think that this is louder probably, but I'm still kind of overtaking the mic right now.
Like overbearing in my voice. So maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Got a Discord, so I'll probably keep this playing. See if you guys prefer this. I never really paid attention to the titles, but I do remember the visuals. It's probably Pawn Art
Back in
again.
the early 90s, there just wasn't anything like Mortal Kombat. This came from a
Street Fighter,
time
maybe,
when not
but
many games were
just less
implementing an
violent.
insane amount of blood and gore.
Similar.
And while the graphics and combat system hasn't aged all too well, it looked realistic back then. If you squint really hard, it may not have the same depth as the modern titles, but it's still nostalgic to boot up every once in a while. All
I mean,
franchises
the
have
second
this-
one is better in every way, just like Street Fighter was, but the first Mortal Kombat game, you know, people do talk about it, whereas the first Street Fighter game, no one ever mentioned that one. So I guess, you know, Mortal Kombat had more of a standing ground for that, so there you go.
start somewhere.
But people usually think that Street Fighter 2 is better than Mortal Kombat 2, so, you know, go figure.
This debut title made one hell of a first impression. Number 5, Mortal Kombat Deception.
I don't think I've played this one either. This was, I think, the middle era before DC.
Although stumbling through mishaps like Mortal Kombat 4 and Deadly Alliance, the odds were clearly stacked against Deception. Surprisingly enough, this was the best 3D format for Mortal Kombat. With more refined controls than its predecessors and better combos, one will notice that this is where Ed Boon and company started to understand the engine a bit more. On top of that, the story mode, Mortal Kombat Conquest, felt like
I'm
a
just
whole
announcing
other
that
game,
I'm streaming,
allowing
so
players to
I'll
complete
see
missions,
what he thinks
find
about
treasure
it.
chests, and encounter their favorite combatants between the brawling. Mix in an awesome intro and final boss, and Deception would become the best 3D fighter in the franchise's history. Number 4, Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, the new one. I haven't really played the new one, to be honest. How is it? Apparently 10 is better, so...
Admittedly, we're a bit divided on this one. Yes, the switchboard and progression was not great at launch, but Mortal Kombat 11 did so many other things right. For starters, the story mode was compelling
he says
until the
never
very
mind.
end, and wrapped up the narrative in a pretty big bow. Then,
God
there's
damn,
the
I
Bridge,
hate it when
which acts like a
words
puzzle
overlap
adventure
each
game,
other. Fucking
where
hate
players
that.
can find dozens of references and nods to Mortal Kombat history. And if you've
I
seen
still
the sick
had
combos people have made with the customizable movesets,
BTWN.
Mortal
Still had an
Kombat
N
11
in there,
certainly
fucking
has
hell.
its fair share of flaws, but it does so much to make up for some of its mistakes.
Okay, thanks.
Number
Getting
3,
another guy on board.
Mortal Kombat 2.
But they think 10 and 9 are better than 2. Okay, interesting. I think they used to think that 2 was better than 10, but not, 9 is of course the best one because that's really overhauled the whole series. But I guess that 10 and 9 are more playable, but 2 was more, it really like put Mortal Kombat on the map, whereas 10 just kind of was a worse version than 9 in my opinion, or it was a bit more grim and boring in my opinion. But but 9 does deserve to be number 1, of course, because it's the most ultimate game. They should have ended
Mortal
it after
Kombat
that, to be
2
honest.
is a game that made the franchise what it is.
Hey,
with
what's
its
up,
significant
Sky?
improvement to the formula, including
why
more
can I
special
not say
moves,
what's up?
more detailed character models and environments, and of course, new fatalities. Speaking
Oh,
of which,
you
this is
know
where fake
Sky Zone
fatalities
Partners?
and friendships.
I'm gonna
were first
see if my audio is
incorporated.
better right now.
Mix in an awesome intro and final boss, and Deception would become the best 3D fighter in the franchise's history.
Well, regular audio is fine, as you can hear, but I'm not speaking right now. Speak up.
Number 4, Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, the new one. I haven't really played the new one, to be honest. How is it? Apparently 10 is better, so.
Admittedly, we're a bit divided.
It sounds about the same, so I'll keep it like this. But apparently, Pawners knows Skyzone. Okay, cool.
Another first for the series was the
Oh, you're
famous
pretending.
"Toasty"
Oh,
line,
that was
which would
cringy.
appear in almost every other game from here on out. There's so much.
I
to
think
love here. That's
you
why
can
Mortal
leave a
Kombat
comment
2
below if
is
you
the
would
best
prefer
of the
this
original
or
games.
me playing a game, but I think you prefer me watching one, right? Because I have more like insight on it.
Number 2, Mortal Kombat X.
It's really kind of grim. Kind of cool, but I don't
Of the
know.
more
It
recent
plays a bit more
titles,
generic in
Mortal
my
Kombat
opinion.
X
9's
is
way more
certainly
satisfying
the
to
odd
play.
one of the bunch. The story mode is polarizing due to its focus on newer characters and putting the
Can
cage
barely hear
battle in
the
spotlight.
audio.
Admittedly, it is faster than previous installments, and the game is geared to a slightly more casual audience.
I can hear it, don't
However,
worry.
it
Okay,
is
cool.
still a fantastic fighter. Not only do
Because sometimes sometimes the audio the video audio overtakes my voice, so it kind of drowns out the whole recording. But fortunately, it doesn't this time, I think, because I have it on the highest decibels right now.
ideas introduced in the 2011 reboot, but it also borrowed the ideas of variants from
I don't really know him. I was just greeting him. Okay, cool.
Mortal
I was
Kombat
just
Deadly Alliance,
wondering.
Deception,
It sounded
and
like
Armageddon,
you knew him, but there
turning
you go.
them into distinct
I'm questioning
resets.
everything,
Basically,
everything and anything.
Mortal Kombat X succeeded in being a game that was easy to learn, yet difficult to master.
It succeeded in being a game. Very, very true. Very true. But to be honest, I do like Cassie Cage is like the younger, hotter daughter of Sonya Blade, who is also pretty fit. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Cassie Cage has that one fatality where she does the selfie stick thing, which is pretty funny. Like, she beats the fuck out of like a guy's skull, and then she like grabs them and fucking takes a selfie with them. It's pretty funny. It's gimmicky as hell though, but it's not meant to be taken seriously, of course. But I really like it, to be honest. It's really refined gameplay, but 9 is just way more satisfying to play, in my opinion. Just way, like, it's not as dark as this one, because dark doesn't really, like, it doesn't really combine well with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is more of an arcade kind of a cartoony sort of, I don't know, beat 'em up sort of game. And 9 still had some darkness in it, but it also was kind of cartoony, which was the perfect blend. This one is a bit too dark, I think.
Before we continue, just a quick shout out to the strategy dystopian mobile game Arknights, where the major update Heart of Surging Flame has officially
Okay, I thought maybe if there were... Oh, Arknights is also with anime checks, okay.
started. Players will kick off the event by
Yeah, there's this one game that I know about, which is... What's it called again? Well, Azure Lane is a popular one. Not sure. Like, it's all with like cute anime chicks, and it's like a strategy game, mobile thing. But there, Genshin Impact, that one, which a lot of people say is really good, but I haven't really played any of those games, to be honest. That was one that I really liked though. Girls' Frontline, which like I how the characters look in Girls of Frontline. But you know, when you actually play the game, it's very simplified and it doesn't really like. It's kind of like misadvertised, like most things are. You know, especially in games. When you see these beautiful like art pieces and you're like, oh, can I play as those people? That's fucking awesome. And then you play the game and you're playing as like these little dumbed down fucking characters. And I'm like, yeah, that's not what was advertised, you fucking jackass. Not everyone does that, but if you do that, you're kind of a scumbag, not gonna lie.
choosing their favorite artists out of the 3 and claim the corresponding free gifts after finishing the milestone
I
tasks.
mean, they know
Explore
what
a
we
new
like
music
though,
festival
so...
and see 2 new operators, Schwartz
Yeah,
and
that's
Ceylon,
Girls from-
along with
oh.
multiple swimsuit character skins and furniture sets. Players who play the event stages
It's
can
not-
also
this is not
redeem
how it
in-game
looks, bro.
resources
This
from
is
the
not
event
how that
capsule
looks.
machine for free, which is a perfect
I don't get
chance
me
to
wrong,
collect
it
them.
looks fucking great right now. I love how how this looks, but this is not how it's gonna look. Trust me, that's not how it's gonna look. How can an independent company release shit like that? That's impossible.
Items and develop their accounts. So don't miss out.
Ark Knight, that's not how it looks. Come on.
Number 1, Mortal Kombat 2011.
Mortal Kombat 9, which is the best one. IMO, Mortal Kombat is supposed to be gory and violent, but not really gritty exactly. For me, 10 just took the grittiness way too far. Yeah, I agree. That's how Mortal Kombat's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be. 9. Fun, still fucked up, but
If
you
you want to
know,
tell someone who knew
funny.
nothing about the franchise where
Arcade,
to start, we
beat
direct
'em
them
up.
straight to this game. Mortal Kombat 9 was a revival that the franchise desperately needed after Armageddon nearly killed the series. The
It should have
story mode
stopped
found
there,
a perfect
really.
blend of
It's a
drama
perfect game.
and campy humor. The fatalities were the goriest we'd seen in the series, and the introduction of a meter made for some interesting competitive play. This is the game that reminded everyone why Mortal Kombat kicks ass and helped it ensure a brighter future for the franchise as well as
I heard that
NetherRealm
MK
Studios.
versus
It
DC people gave a lot of hate. I mean, that game is trash, so it's understandable.
was so good it was banned in Australia, and I hate whoever did that.
Let us tend the fallen.
Oh, this game was banned in Australia. Okay. Might as well get smashed down because it's better. But sure.
Then we must help our realm rebuild. Our work has only just begun.
In the movie,
I'm checking one more time if it's good enough.
You know, 9 is of course the best one because in games where you see these beautiful like art pieces and you're like, oh, can I play as those people? That's fucking awesome. And then you play the game and you're playing as like these little down.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. Yeah, no shit.
What was advertised? Yeah, exactly. For me, 10.
introduction of a meter made for some interesting competitive play. This is the game that reminded everyone why Mortal Kombat kicks ass and helped it ensure a brighter future for the franchise as well.
I heard that MK versus DC people gave a lot of hate. I mean, that game.
I think that I'm as loud as the game itself. I'm still worrying about that because I'm still having like traumas of me like playing Left 4 Dead and like not being audible at all. That was fucking horrendous. I think that was like my last video, right? Maybe. Yeah, so what do you want to see now? I've done this one, but I can do some more ranked videos. I saw like that one like Korean dude ranking Pokemons. I can do that. Oh, like the anime commercial. That is the fucking thumbnail right now. I mean, I don't mind that, to be honest. It's one of the guys as well. Like the one guy in that game. That's the thumbnail right there. Like he's in a fucking harem. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is Gamer from Mars doing every rap battle ranked, which is pretty interesting, but it's fucking long. It's really long. I've done a ranking myself, but I don't know, maybe don't do it because it's fucking huge. Like something else, but okay, but like something, you know, Watch Mojo gets it right for me because they're 10 minutes long and shit like that, so oh fuck. Like maybe Pokemon, maybe Cold, I don't fucking know. Like, do you guys have suggestions? Like maybe something Partners is interested in as well. Like One Punch Man characters, I could do that, but it's still kind of fucking long though. I mean, to be honest, I've only like seen the whole thing once, so maybe I want to see it again because I do like them. Like she might be better than Saitama though, but Saitama is the One Punch, you know. So I can't really deny him. He is the fucking ya boy, of course, you know. But I think that they really could have expanded upon her character. She could have been number. Oh, I thought it said number 2. It says question mark. I think she can be number 2 because, like her character, like she's like a tsundere snake chick pretty much, and she has very little screen time. So I wish she had a little bit more. I mean, I think you just saw my fucking, you know, my fucking. I mean, maybe don't go for anime because like Skyzone and Palm are not weeps, so maybe don't do it because, you know, they don't watch a lot of it, so that would be kind of useless. So what do you guys want to see? You're not really recommending anything, so I can't really go off of anything, so that's kind of shitty. Like maybe more Watch Mojo, I guess, because that's what I know. Yeah, no one is responding right now, so thanks for the feedback. Maybe let's see how Watch Mojo top metal bands, but I think you will probably disagree with him. I know how you are though. Which one? Top 10 metal bands of all. I mean, I've already seen that a shitload of times. So, like, you probably mean the really the really basic one, the all time one, right? Which one? Top 10 metal bands of all time. I mean, I've already seen that one though. But yeah, we can do sitcoms. Sure, fuck it. Sitcoms rank. You know, I'm doing this for you guys. So if you want to see that, then I'll do it. Sure. And after that, we can do metal bands. Because I've already seen it. Yeah, this one you probably mean. Yeah, that could work. Okay, yeah, probably. Okay, so I'll do this one. If it's that boring, I'll probably go over to the metal one. But I've already seen that a shitload.
These are the timeless shows that keep us glued to the
I mean,
tube,
this
no
is
matter
probably
what
the
year.
worst suggestion ever. I'm already bored, so
Welcome to WatchMojo.com.
I'm probably gonna skip through it
today
because I
we're
really hate
counting down our picks for the
sitcoms.
top
I hate
10
it because it's
sitcoms of
predictable,
all time.
cheesy. It's
Remember when we
just
were waiting
shit,
for,
to be
for that
honest.
table in that Chinese restaurant that time? That could be a TV show.
For this list, we've incorporated live-action shows
Yeah,
that
I'm just
continued
gonna
for
skip
more
through it
than
because I
one
cannot
season
sit through the dialogue,
on
to
an
be honest.
American network, which unfortunately means we've excluded long-running animated sitcoms like The Simpsons.
I mean, The
We've
Simpsons
also
is not
decided
really a
our picks
sitcom, to
must
be honest.
include
It's
an
more of
ensemble
a
recurring cast
satirical
of 4
comedy.
or more actors. Number 10, Modern Family.
Okay, not bad. I'll watch this one. I can tolerate this show.
Fresh spin on
To be honest, like the first couple of seasons are alright, and then it kind of goes on too long, I think. It's overstated welcome. Is it still going on now? This video is 7 years old, so it might be, I think it's done, right? It's milked dry, so yeah. This show was good at the beginning, and my sister really liked it for some reason. Like, she kind of forced me to watch it. By the way, look at that fucking dislike count right there. 15,000 to 9,000, damn.
style sitcoms. This comedy plays up the family
Man,
angle
Bonner sure knows how to, like, attract viewers. Top 10 sitcoms, hell yeah,
by
bro.
following the lives of each separate unit as part
But
of
it's
the
all that I
larger
have,
whole.
so I have
With
to
the
do
family
this.
comprised of 3 very different couples and their offspring, Modern Family has a far-reaching perspective of very different people from all ages, sexes, and orientations.
Redheaded Dad is angry, Daddy. No, I'm not. Yes.
I do like the gay couple, though. I think they have a lot of, how do you say that? Charisma to them. They are likable. I like both of them. The fat one is kind of like the, I don't know, the hysterical one, and the red one is the civil one, you know. I do like their characteristics together, so I like them. They're probably the best characters of the show. And the nerdy, like, Lisa Simpson girl, I like her as well.
But it still manages to balance
It ended
the
already,
situational
yeah.
humor
Of course.
of each
You cannot
person's
keep a show like this running forever.
individual interactions.
Oh, a beautiful dress.
Ay, thank you, Phil.
Okay.
I'm kind of indifferent towards the Latina housewife. I think she's kind of a gold digger. I don't know. I don't really like her. Phil is such a lovable dad. Yeah, Phil. You know, this show is solid. I can, you know, if you were pointing a gun at my head and you were like, you have to watch Modern Family, I'm like, sure, I can watch it. It's fine. I would probably give the show like a 6 out of 10. It's watchable for me, but I wouldn't really like be excited to watch it, you know. So that's kind of how I feel about it. None of the characters really irritate me, except of a few children. But you know, the spoiled basic bitch girl, and I think there's like an annoying brat as well. Don't really like those characters. The nerdy girl is fine, you know.
So she says Phil, not feel.
They're all cliches. Roseanne. She came on Jimmy Kimmel recently, and she had a whole like political debate. I saw that on Emblemen, not recently, I guess, but one time, you know. She had some solid points that you should stand your ground and you should be together as a group, and you know, rule the country or decide which your country, you know, America. But Jimmy thought it was bullshit or something, or create a crazy mindset, which was really dumb. Because he's like Trump bad. That's how far he goes. But yeah, I have a lot of problems with him. Like even back in the day, even when I still talk Dutch in my videos, I hated Jimmy Kimmel. It's one of my earliest videos. Because he was saying that watching video games is a waste of time, or video games in general were a waste of time. That's why he got dislike bombed. Fuck him.
Roseanne. The Connors were the royal family of blue-collar nobility.
To be honest, if you've never seen Roseanne and you don't know about that awful ending they did, they have one of the worst endings ever. It's probably worse than How I Met Your Mother. If you don't know about the ending, then go into it fine. Maybe skip the ending. But if you go in like that without watching the last part, it's a fine show. I'll probably give it a 5 or 6 as well. I think that Roseanne is a good character. I don't really like her family all that much, to be honest. Okay, I hate those kids. Don't really like the father as well. Kind of like Roseanne because she's like the smart house mother kind of type, you know. Don't mind her, to be honest.
A lower middle class household. Their
I've seen
on-screen
it,
struggles resonated
We're all boomers.
with a wide demographic.
We all still watch sitcoms.
3 days overdue.
I never watch sitcoms, to be honest. So.
have a 3-day-old child inside of me!
You don't have to fucking scream. I'm next beside you, you fucking bitch. Jesus Christ. Like, shut up.
Watching the family persevere through hardships.
Like, shouting doesn't equal funny. That's how YouTube thinks now, or YouTubers. But even then, they still thought that. But the laugh track really disagrees with me because they really found that funny. But okay.
Or revel in small triumphs.
Sure.
It was easy to see why the show was so popular.
Freeze right there!
Okay, that girl's gonna take a shit on the sofa. God damn, shit the bed.
But underneath all the sarcasm, and in spite of their various hardships, they displayed a bond that can only come from surviving and enduring in the face of adversity. It may not have been highbrow, but Roseanne was definitely well written and always edgy.
What are you going to tell Crystal?
Oh, that's pretty good.
But I always tell her to give up on romance and get married.
Work for us.
Okay, I do like Roseanne though. Don't really like the dad. Why is she sitting on the fucking kitchen sink? What a fucking, I don't know, what a clown. I don't get it.
Number 8, the
There are like chairs next beside you, but sure.
Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Okay, this looks like a super boring show. I've never heard of the show before, so. What the fuck
Single,
is this?
self-sufficient, and not searching for a man. The character of
Why
Mary
does it have so
Richards
many
became a
dislikes? What
symbol
the
for
fuck?
women's liberation.
I mean, sitcoms are kind of shit anyway, so it doesn't
A lot
matter.
of very personal questions that don't have a thing to do with my qualifications for this job.
Instead of focusing on her struggle to find love,
Her dialogue
the
is
show
so fucking
concentrated on Mary's
basic.
relationships with friends and co-workers, some of whom became so beloved, they earned their own spin-off series.
Is John Goodman the dad? I think it is. He's like the only adult guy in the show, so.
Well,
I hate spunk!
Societal issues were facts of life and
What?
not causes to be championed.
I hate you.
And the series even found humor
I hate the
in
show.
death.
Fuck off.
And not just...
Not only was Mary Tyler
Oh,
Moore a
she's
favorite
coughing in an inappropriate place. So funny. Man, this is some boomer shit right here. Fucking hell. Who still laughs at that shit?
with critics and audiences. It also influenced sitcoms that followed it, including Friends.
Go ahead.
Fuck off, Friends.
Feel bad if you want. Feel
Foreshadowing. Ooh.
Number 7. Friends.
Oh, that was like a direct follow-up. Okay.
6 friends living and loving in New York. But Friends was groundbreaking
I fucking hate Friends, by the way. So there you go.
when it debuted.
Fucking
and it truly
loaded.
became a cultural phenomenon. From the hairdos and giant coffee mugs to Joey's
How you doing?
to Ross and Rachel's break.
We were on a break!
Ross and Rachel are so fucking childish. Like they're like 20, 30-year-old fucking adults and they're acting like high school loft children or something. It's so fucking cringe.
This series was packed with memories and quotable.
Look at this oh fuck, my mouse is going insane. Look at this show. The characters are way better looking, way more attractive, way funnier, way better dialogue, way more likable. Look at this is way better. Put this show on the fucking list, Watch Mojo. It's not on this list probably, but because like right when they made this, that awful How I Met Your Mother ending came on the air. I think so, 2014. That's when the show ended. So yeah, they still probably had a bitter taste in their mouth. So I don't think it's on there. Maybe an honorable mention though, but
and helped shape
it's
the
superior above Friends. Fuck Friends.
generation
So
of
basic.
20-somethings. With sharp writing
Shine.
and
Seinfeld
unparalleled
is
cast
better,
chemistry. It was
obviously.
a consistent winner at the award shows and in the ratings that refreshed the sitcom format
Yeah, it is
once again.
acclaimed for some
Could
reason.
Friends
I don't get
be
it.
any more of a hit?
Honey, this is not your fault. Just because you guys had a fight does not justify her sleeping with someone.
Well, if she thought they were on a break.
Number 6. MASH.
Ah, Ross is a dumbass. Funny. That is the whole joke. Like, oh, look at him being offensive. Okay, cool.
Adapted from the
was the
1970
whole
movie of
build-up.
the same name.
MASH is the most boring show ever to come at me. It's so fucking bland.
MASH was an offbeat comedy satire about
Mash
the
my
highs
fucking
and
head
lows
in the
of
wall.
war.
Want to play a little doctor after we're finished?
Though it
Oh,
was
how
set
boring
in
this
Korea,
is.
it began during and paralleled the Vietnam War, carefully walking
Is
the
it-
line
is it,
between observing war
buffering?
and protesting it.
Throw away all the guns.
When people have that, okay, please don't. It's just kind of a personal pet peeve for me, but please don't do the whole loading thing because I always think when people do that, the stream is buffering. So Skyzone is like making me worry that the stream is lagging, but it's not. It's just kind of a personal pet peeve for me, but please don't do the whole loading thing because I always think when people do that, the stream is buffering. So Skyzone is like making me worry that the stream is lagging, but it's not. I don't know why people do that. Why do people do that buffer sign? I don't get it.
Invite all the jokers from the north and the south in here to a cocktail
Is it?
party.
No. You're making me worried for nothing. Yeah, it's
Last man
working
standing on
fine.
the
Fuck
street at
off.
The end wins the war.
MASH followed a
Mary
mobile
is
medical
older
unit
than a lot of the cast. Who the fuck is Mary? Is that the... I don't know who Mary is.
and all the flamboyant
Is that the girl of the
characters
show that I really hated? Or the show that looked really
who
bland?
worked in it. And it was the show's brains, candor, and
I mean, I do kind of
perfect
like the
cast
setup though. Me
that
like
won
just
over
shitting on
its loyal
sitcoms. I do
following.
like it.
We did it again.
That's why I work off so well with
After
Watch
11
Mojo because they
award-winning seasons.
probably think, oh, these are the greatest shows, and I'm like, no, Watch Mojo, you have like generic oatmeal taste,
That
bland as
cast
fuck
packed their
oatmeal.
bags in what remains the most watched U.S. TV finale of all time.
I'll miss you.
And maybe you want to update those ratings a bit. I don't know if you've ever heard of Game of Thrones. And that did air in the United States, I'm pretty sure. So.
A lot.
Or wait, is that correct? Because I'm kind of thinking, wait, isn't that a fucking British show? But I'm pretty sure it's American, right? I have to look it up. I think it's American, right? It's US. Game of Thrones. Man, if that shit was on Netflix, I
Number
would
5,
fucking binge it.
Cheers.
I fucking love Cheers. Fucking fucking loaded.
Though it was nearly axed by NBC in its first season due
Okay.
to low ratings, Cheers is now considered one of
Yeah,
the greatest
it is
sitcoms
American,
ever.
US.
Taking
Maybe you want to update those ratings, Watchmojo. Maybe you want to update that, but I don't know.
place in the eponymous
Maybe.
Boston pub where everybody knows your name.
Maybe you want to update this.
Cheers chronicles the lives of staff and patrons alike, with many colorful characters pulling up a stool at the bar.
Will you marry me?
No! What the hell is happening?
After 11 seasons on the air, 28 Emmy wins, and an equally successful spin-off in Frasier, Sam Malone and Friends closed up shop with one of the most watched TV finales in US history.
You know what I think the most important?
Okay, yeah, okay, I'm listening again. For some reason, I like touched my mic on the left side and it muted me. What the fuck? Why, Mike? Why did you do that? But okay, just looking at the comments. Seasons 1 through 4 of MASH is just great. Oh, is it? It looks boring as fuck to me. I'll probably never watch it, but if you say so, then I don't know. It was better as a dark comedy. I do like dark comedies though, but you know, I'm not really aware of that one of MASH. It's not on my fucking radar. Which the early seasons accomplished a lot better. Okay, if you say so. Lol, I just watched all 11 seasons already. Fell in love with a lot of the characters. What, of MASH? Man, you really like MASH for some reason. I don't get it. I mean, it's better than Friends though, to be honest. I didn't even know that MASH is... Okay, for some reason, always when I like fucking touch the left side, it fucking mutes me. So I'm just gonna don't touch my mic. What the fuck? Why does it always mute me? What the fuck? I don't get it. Why is my mic working up like that? I don't fucking get it.
Thing in life is love. You want to know what I love?
Not this show.
Norm? Yeah, what I love. Beer, Norm? Yeah, have a quick one.
Number 4.
Oh, funny because they were in the bar already. Who saw that? I'll load this show. I fucking load this show.
Love Lucy. After working on stage and in radio, Lucille Ball
Jesus
and
fucking
husband
Christ.
Desi
Like, I don't mind a black and white movie, but this is just so like outdated.
Charnez took their signature comedy style and pioneered sitcom
Like, you
stand-up
knew what I was gonna say already, so I don't... Like, you know that I'm like the Zoomer guy, so why would you recommend something so boomer like this to me?
in the
I don't get it.
1950s.
Oh, gee, I'm glad you're home. How's about a great big... I'll see you later.
Their craziness knew no bounds, but they
Like, the one scene that I remember is that she was like baking a cake and her hands were full of flour. So, and then she had to like scratch her nose because it was itchy there. And then she was like, that's the most memorable part for me, but that's not funny. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking 50s humor right there. That's not fucking funny, bro.
always kept things in good taste. And that probably helped I Love Lucy regularly top the ratings.
Yeah, it's kept it in good taste, but it always that also makes it really bland. Like, you have to like don't be like Family Guy, tasteless, but at least be like a little bit tongue in cheek about it. Like South Park is a lot of the time. Like, you know, look up where the line is. Look how far you can cross that line. And try to stay on that line constantly to really keep people on their toes and really like get the best kind of jokes out of your show without crossing that line. You know, that's the best kind of humor. That's why South Park and The Simpsons are so huge, because they really look up that line. But you know, this show is so outdated because it was so fucking clean. It never takes a risk, which is the reason why it's not really a great show today.
And win 5
Yeah, pretty much.
Emmys. But what made it popular was its star. Whether she
In
was
the
trying
50s
to
it was
join
fine,
Ricky's
but you
act,
need to do
raising her
something
son, or
now,
working
you know?
a new
Fucking
job,
hell.
this naive and ambitious woman was always in trouble, which is why we love Lucy.
Gee, this is a sensational breakfast. My gosh, but you're a good cook.
What was that on the phone?
Gaming.
Was the drug...
Oh, well, one person thinks I'm gaming. Just gonna criticize or just gonna comment on that a bit quick. Not gaming, just watching some vids. I can criticize right now like old.
Store. You left your hat down there when you picked up these 2 breakfast orders.
Number 3, All in the Family.
I don't get it. Oh, what the fuck is this? Okay, the main, like that guy, that really ugly guy, I think, like, he was a controversial figure at the time. Like, he pretty much, like, created Cartman out of his ass. So I do commend him for that. But, you know, at the same time, you know, same thing. It's outdated as fuck. So it's not really gonna appeal to me, of course. But this character is what I was talking about. That one, like, controversial, edgy character that a sitcom needs is this guy. I forgot his name. But, yeah. Rebecca Howie is such a simp gold digger. They censored the word simp or gold digger. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. I think they're gonna censor me now as well. I don't know. How is simp a bad word? Some people are just fucking simps, right? So, man, fucking hell. I thought you were better than this, YouTube. Fucking hell. LMAO YouTube censors simp now as well. I thought they were better than Twitch. Why is the chat so sensitive? Lol. I mean, it's a trigger word, I guess. I could change, yeah, I could change it, but this is really funny. Simp isn't a bad word. No. No, it's a personality for some. How are you gonna censor a personality, YouTube? What the fuck?
Is the controversial
or
Norman
Twitch
Lear
rather,
show
but
that challenged bigotry,
man,
discrimination,
YouTube fucking
and
hell,
the
man.
status quo. Archie
Yes.
Bunker was a symbol of bad middle-class
How
attitudes
do you
and
shorten
politically
yes?
incorrect
YS. Like, people cannot not even say three-letter word anymore. Fucking hell.
There was no target.
No offense,
that Archie
Skyzone,
was
but I
afraid
don't
to
get
upset.
it.
He actually thinks because they're Jewish, they're smarter, they're shrewder.
Well?
You actually believe that junk?
Will you listen to this guy, Edith? I agree with him that they're smarter and shrewder. He's making out like I don't like the heaps.
In the show's theme,
What the fuck
Archie
is a
longs
heap?
for the good old days when
Like, he's an edgy guy, but I don't fucking know what a heap is. So, it was a different kind of edge. Which I don't get anymore, but
despite his
at least it
outdated
was something
philosophy
different.
and bigotry, Edith, Gloria, and her man Mike stood by him and tolerated his outrageous behavior. Audiences
Don't
did
be
too,
a simp.
as it was #1 for 5 years, won awards, and
Really?
had multiple successful.
Does Mesh really address the simp thing decades before it became a thing? Okay, but does that mean what it means now? I mean, that's pretty impressive though. I was like, Mesh, boring boomer show, but they're saying simp as shit. What the fuck? I'm not sure if that gets me on YouTube now, but I don't fucking know. I mean, that is pretty cool though. That's Mesh pretty much invented that. I'm pretty sure because that was decades before we used it now. So
spin-offs. But Most importantly, it brought
So
real
if it
life
means what it means now, that's pretty fucking impressive, not gonna
to
lie.
the sitcom format.
Ain't you got
I definitely underestimated MASH a bit, but I'm still probably not gonna watch it.
nothing better to do
The
than
characters don't look interesting at all to me.
ridicule your own president?
You gotta admit, he does lend himself to it.
Watch it, huh? Watch it, watch it.
Number 2, The Cosby Show.
Oh my god.
After sitcoms
You
had
cannot watch this
seemingly run their
anymore.
course, Bill Cosby stepped in.
This was one of the better sitcoms, but it's unwatchable now. And there's one big reason why.
his signature
And
comedic style
you all know it.
and renewed the genre.
Your face.
Your face.
Your face. I mean, it's only one half of your face is made up now. Are you going someplace
I wonder who did that, Bill Cosby. I wonder who did
else
that.
and do the other side? Or are you planning on walking sideways all night?
As Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable, Cosby and his on-screen wife Claire are a happily married couple raising their children in an upper-middle-class neighborhood of Brooklyn. Breaking ground not only for sitcoms, but also for African Americans on TV. The Cosby Show was a family comedy that also dealt with serious issues.
You are afraid to try because you're afraid that your brain is going to explode and it's going to ooze out of your ear.
But always with lots of love, respect, and
What's ironic
laughs
is Frank
between its
Burns
characters.
himself is a simp.
got married, you know.
Oh really? But he says people are simps. Okay, cool.
Da, 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 da.
Before we unveil our pick
Funny?
for the top sitcom of all
Question
time,
mark? Nope.
here are some honorable mentions.
I thought it was made up recently. Yeah, me too.
What do you need, cat cook?
The Jeffersons is better than All in the Family. I don't know what the differences are. But I wish that
Get that mangy thing out.
fucking
There's some poor woman's gonna pin her hopes on my sperm.
Married with Children. I
She
wish that
wants
was
it
on
with a
there.
toddler who doesn't
But
know
I'm
she
but
has
I'm
an
gonna do
insurmountable
probably a
differential to
sitcom list
solve
after
the area
this.
under a curve.
I'm sure
I'll
she'll
probably
still
rate
love
them as well.
Lebanese girls are the new half Asians.
Hey, you want to do something tonight?
Okay, meet me at the bar in 15 minutes and suit up. Well,
What I actually never knew is that oh shit, I forgot the characters' names. You have I always want to say Ted Bundy, but that's like a fucking serial killer. I forgot his name. It's something with Bundy, I believe. It's not Ted Bundy. I always forget their names, but you know the fucking the Casanova dude in on Family in How I Met Your Mother is Barney? Yeah, I think Barney, right? You know, Barney is like the straight guy, the straight Casanova guy, but in reality he's gay. That's so funny to me. Al Bundy, thanks. No, not. Yeah, you have Al Bundy is from Married with Children, but I meant the. I think Ted Cosby, right? From How I Met Your Mother, I meant. Not Al Bundy is from Married with Children. I meant. I think Ted Cosby. I think. Taxi should have been on the list. Taxi is a movie, so no.
fact is,
Really?
I played chess.
You play with her chest?
Fucking hate Happy Days.
No, chess, Fonzie. The game, chess. We didn't do anything. I lied.
Oh.
Oh, I hate the show so much.
I am not your Uncle Philip.
Oh, my fault, man. I must have got the wrong crib. But, hey, yo, I ain't know there was so many brothers living in this neighborhood. We doing
How did this guy get a movie career? Like, get the fuck out of here. What a fucking joke.
Because we are moving up.
And then he fucking made, you know, then he fucking oh my god, put it more fucking Will Smiths on Earth. It's so bad.
There's
Jaden.
no reason why we have to look down on people. I'm not telling you to look down on nobody. I'm just saying to shift your angle and let them start looking up.
Damn, Will Smith. Yeah, I fucking hate Will Smith.
Number 1, Seinfeld.
I thought it would be like 2. I don't know.
Taking the top spot on our
Like they
list
used to
is a
have
show about
MASH
nothing.
on first.
They say, what's your show about? I say nothing. There you go. I think you may have something here.
Without
But yeah,
being
this is
real
the only
unifying
sitcom I
plot,
like, to be honest.
This show made 90s
I do like
TV
Seinfeld.
with its stars' observational humor and the chemistry.
You don't
between
have
its
to have
characters.
attractive people to play the
Seinfeld
roles.
may not have won
It's
all
not
the
that difficult.
awards,
Just
but
make them
it's the
funny.
90s sitcom we continue to quote on a daily basis.
Nothing for you.
I come home and find my son treating his body like it was an amusement park.
Serenity now. Serenity now.
Rip him though.
The
Rip
show
that
also
guy.
crushes it in syndication. And
A
spawned
Kramer, I think?
co-creator
Yeah,
Larry
Kramer,
David's
right?
Even more meta
Rip
sitcom.
Kramer for that one performance that he did where he said, what did he say again? Like, fuck that race, you know. And then he said that particular word, which I'm not going to say on YouTube, but yeah, he said some really racial slurs once on a comedy bit. And when when that happened, that was career suicide, right? I'm not sure why he got so mad suddenly. I don't get it.
Curb Your...
The guy who plays Al Bundy also plays the husband of Gloria Pritchett, the Latino girl. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that Al Bundy was also in Modern Family. I forgot to mention that, but I watched it and I was like, well, Al Bundy was so much funnier in in Married with Children. He was so much funnier in Married with Children than Modern Family. He was so like mellow in that show, and in Married with Children he was so like abrupt and so like in your face, and his jokes stinked. They really stinked, and they really stayed with you. They were really memorable. Whereas in Modern Family he was just kind of like the lazy grandpa that just read the paper and just leave him alone and you won't piss him off. That's what they degraded him to. It was so sad to see, to be honest, in my opinion. Unless we're talking about Elaine. I don't like the Latino girl, to be honest. I don't like her.
Enthusiasm. And it's all those reasons combined that makes...
But yeah, Rip Kramer, he was a great actor, but it was so sad that he went out the way he did. Pretty sad.
Master of its domain.
So you're still master of your domain?
Yes. Yes, I am. Master of my domain.
Do you agree?
I don't know why they are repeating the lines. That was not really funny, but the show is funny though. They're just not showing a lot of the funny sides now.
With our
Next to
list,
Fred Sanford.
Make us look good.
what do you think is the greatest sitcom of
Yeah,
all
but
time?
having good looks, it's not gonna make you funny. They don't understand that, but sure.
For more TV top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
You know what? I think we can just leave it at that.
Leave it at what? You didn't show me the clip before. I don't know the context what you're saying. What the fuck with Mojo? Okay. Let's do a tier list of this. Let's do the sitcoms, because I might as well. I could have done it with Mortal Kombat as well, but I've not really... I don't know. Don't really watch a lot of them. What the fuck? There's some fucking weirdos in my neighborhood. Okay, let's watch it. Or let's see if all the important ones are here. So where the fuck is Married with Children? How I Met Your Mother's on there? The 70 Shows, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Okay, where the Community. Hell yeah. Parks and Recreation. The King of Queens, I don't know that one. Where the fuck is Married with Children? Is that not... That is a sitcom, right? That is such a sitcom. Where the fuck is it? It's not on here. Man, that was such a fucking great show for me. I really enjoyed watching it. But it's not on here. What the fuck? It's not on here. It's just horseshit. Black Sit... Oh, they probably mean... That was like black comedy sitcom, but they mean like literally like black sitcoms. Oh, Boondocks is considered a sitcom, okay. So the Bill Cosby Show and shit like that. All-time sitcom. Man, that is a horrible backdrop though, but yeah, it's also not on there. So I guess that Married with Children is not popular anywhere because it's not on any of the list. Maybe on this one. Not on this one either. This sitcoms then. Oh, that's a lot more. But they consider The Simpsons a sitcom. I don't agree with that. Cheers. What else? Portrait. Golden Girls. Can't read that. Frasier, I think. None of them have Married with Children. It's just horseshit. Maybe it's on here though, but... Man, it's such an underrated show to be on. Like everyone knows it to a degree. Everyone knows Al Bundy at least, but no one ever talks about it. I don't get it. It's so good. But yeah, no one apparently knows it, so I'll just rank the first one, I guess, because it's not on there. That's so fucking weird. It's so good. It's such a good one. Weird. Let's see what the chat says. We got 6 likes in this bitch though. Smith. At least they didn't fucking mention Big Bang or 2.5 Men. They might have, but I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, they showed Big Bang Theory though. I mean that Elaine just happened to be hot, but they never hired her for her looks. You know what what deserved to be here? Wings. I forgot what Wings was again. Lol, the Partridge Family is a sitcom. I thought it was just a shitty musical show. Are you going to watch the top metal bands of all time? But I already know you will disagree a lot. Yes, Sky. Just doing a tier real quick. But you know, in my time it's not really quick, but you know what I mean. But yeah, no Married with Children. I do like the show a lot, but it's not on there. Okay. 30 Rock, I've not really seen a lot of it, but from what I've seen, it was a pretty alright show. I'll give that a C tier. Third Rock from the Sun, kind of cringy to be honest. Didn't really like it, so I'm gonna give it a D. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, really funny show. It stars the guy that is from The Lonely Island. I like that channel a lot. The characters are really interesting. I love the boss. I love the guy from The Lonely Island. I love his, his, like, that's kind of like golf girl co-worker that he has. Or he has like one optimistic one and he has like one golf chick that he works with. Or one like, that's really like down and sour towards him, but you know, in a funny way. So it does have some cliches. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine, really good sitcom. I really like it. Really impressive that a YouTuber can make such a good show. Like, yeah, it's possible. Arrested Development, A tier. If it wasn't for the remake now, it would be S tier. It's really fucking good. Love the characters. I love the kind of like weird, kind of mindfuck kind of aesthetics that the show gives you. Big Bang Theory, give it a D. If I would only look at the modern episodes, I would give it an F tier. It's fucking dog shit, but back in the day, it did have some charm. It used to be a decent show, but now it's pretty unwatchable. I thought it was just a shitty musical show. What is? Partridge Family? I don't fucking know. Are you going to watch the... Yeah. Oh yeah, my comment is the last comment, so that's still no new comments. Okay, but I'll do it after this. Boy Meets World. I don't know that one. Reminds me for some reason it reminds me of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It reminds me of that because of World. Cheers, F tier, fucking garbage show, hate it. Lazy plots, really generic characters. I hate the bar. I hate everything about it. Community, yeah tier. I love Abed, I love Troy, fucking Childish Gambino. I love those characters a lot. Fuck, I forgot the names, but let's look it up, why not? Community. Characters. Jeff is cool, Pierce is a fucking badass. Britta is aight. Troy is awesome. Love Annie. Shirley, she's the weakest character, but she's alright. Fucking love Deacon. Senior is the gay guy, you know, fucking memes. So Community is such a dope show. One of my favorite sitcoms of all time. Fucking love. I love every character. It's so good. My name is Earl. It's you don't hear a lot of people talk about it. It's probably mid-tier. I like the whole setup of the show of like a homeless dude crashing into a car and then he suddenly has like a check of like a $100,000 and he has to spend it wisely. Sounds pretty good for it's a good setup, but I don't really like all the characters like Earl though. I like his like hobo kind of lazy friend. Joy's kind of annoying. You have that one black guy though. He's pretty chill. He's probably my favorite character of the show. I like him a lot. Pretty chill show. maybe B tier, but I don't know. I have to watch it again, but you know, after I watch an episode, I don't really have to watch another one, I guess. So, Ian Duncan is the funniest John Oliver will ever be. Oh yeah, I forgot that John Oliver is in that show. Yeah. It helps that he had good writing to work with on the show. Yeah, in the first couple of seasons. It did kind of went to shit though, Community after a while. Family Matters haven't... Yeah, the one with the Carbon guy, I haven't really watched it. Frasier, probably D or F. It's D. It's not F tier because Frasier is like one of the most boring shows ever, but it's like good for white noise. Like... Just put it on if you like to bore yourself to sleep. Then Frasier's like the perfect show for that. But I wouldn't really watch it if you want something entertaining. But it's good for white noise though. It's good for white noise. Ian Duncan is one of the professors on Community. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while, but it is it's fucking great. I love it. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, fucking hate it. I hate Will Smith. I don't hate him as a person, I just hate him as an actor. I just think that he's way too fucking pompous and he thinks that he's hot shit or something. He thinks he's funny, he's not funny, fucking hate him. Yeah, I can't stand the guy, to be honest, in movies. I'm sure in movies and shows, I hate him. I'm sure he's an alright guy in real life. I think he is a nice guy. I don't fucking know. You can go out, have a beer with him. I don't fucking know. But, in cinema, in movies and shows, I hate him. Cheers is better for white noise. I prefer Frasier. But they're both pretty shitty shows. Friends, after, fucking hate the show. Hate all the characters. I hate the setting. I hate the predictable nature of Friends. It's one of the most overrated shows of all time. I hate it. Full House. I give Full House a D tier because the kids are cute. Like Michelle, she is pretty cute, and the dad isn't awful, I guess. He's just kind of dumb, I guess. He's kind of blind to what happens around the house, and that's the whole setup of the show, which I'm not a huge fan of. It's not the worst show ever, but it's so fucking normie. It's so basic. It's so fucking formulaic. I fucking hate how Full House is, but I don't hate the characters necessarily. I just hate how every episode is so fucking predictable. Damn it, there's a tornado watch in my state right now. That fucking sucks, bro. Good luck out there. Goldbergs, haven't watched it. I think that's an animated show. Not sure. Growing Pains, don't know about it. How I Met Your Mother? Give it an A tier. I would give it a God tier if it didn't have such a fucking awful ending. But I could also say that about Community. But I just love Community too much. How I Met Your Mother is still really good though. I love almost all the characters. I'm really bad with names, so I'm gonna look them up as well. How I Met Your Mother characters. Okay, yeah, Barney. I was right. Ted. I was like Ted Bundy, Ted Mosby. I was like, yeah. Did I say? Yeah, this is Ted Mosby, bro. I don't fucking know. Okay, Barney. Barney is a dude. Ted Mosby, pretty awful character. Tracy, she is fucking cute. I do love her. Tracy is really cute together with Marshall. Love Marshall's and Tracy's relationship. They are a fucking ship. They might be my favorite sitcom ship ever. I love them together. They're so cute. Robin, she is like the independent girl from Canada. Ted tries to get with her, but Ted is fucking dog shit, and Robin is way too good for her. So, fuck him and hell yeah for her. Don't know the other characters that much. I don't know Quinn, Zoe. I don't know all these like blonde basic bitches. Victoria was one of the love interests for Ted Mosby, but I haven't watched it that much. But from what I've seen, it's pretty good. So I do like How I Met Your Mother way more than fucking way more than Friends. So there you go. Okay, Home Improvement, haven't watched it. King of Queens, I don't know what that is. Malcolm in the Middle, I'll give it an A tier. It is a pretty great show. The only reason it's not S tier is because, Bryan Cranston is in it, and he would make a way better show with Breaking Bad, of course, which makes it kind of pale comparison. But I like the surreal nature. The kids are actually kind of intellectual and actually well written for, you know, for primarily kids in the show. It's not necessarily a kid show, but there are kids revolved around Malcolm in the Middle, of course, because Malcolm is a kid, you know. So, yeah, the show is pretty like sentimental, or it's pretty surreal. It's pretty thought provoking. I watched it back in the day, really liked it then. Watched a couple of scenes now, still really like it, so it's still an A tier for me. Did I just confuse Tracy with Lily? I mean, it says Tracy here, right? Oh, wait, what the fuck? Aren't Tracy and Lily... Oh, huh? I know. What the fuck? They look like almost identical to each other. Lily. Who the fuck is Tracy then? What the fuck? Is that her twin sister? Who the fuck is Tracy? I meant Lily. Lily and Marshall are cute together. Yeah, but Lily is a fictional character and Tracy is... Huh? What the fuck? Doesn't Tracy play Lily? I don't get it. I didn't say it was a kid show. Yeah, I said that it was a more grown-up show for older people. I didn't say it was a kid show. I said there were kids in the show. That's what I said. Tracy is the mother. Mother of who? Mother of Lily? Yeah, but I meant Lily and Marsh. Oh, that's why they're next to each other. Oh, that makes sense. Lily is... Yeah, I know. I knew that one of them was the fucking wife of Marshall, but... They look so similar to each other, but that... Okay, Tracy is the mother of Lily, I guess. What? I did not know that. Life partner... Oh, Ted Mosby. So she dated Ted? She looks really similar to Lily, though. That confused the fuck out of me. Oh yeah, this is not Lily, no. Oh yeah, they introduce her later. Yeah, and then she was supposed to date Ted. Yeah, okay. Oh. Yeah, she came way later into the show. That's why I don't recognize her, because I didn't watch that far. Yeah. Tracy is the husband of, or the wife of Ted. Yeah. And Lily is together with Lily and Marshall. That's the ship right there. Yeah, I know. Okay, I thought you were saying it again, but no. Yeah, I knew that, but they look really similar. Fucking hell. Okay. New Girl, don't know it. Parks and Recreation might be God tier, but it's, I don't know. There's a bit of comparison compared to... There was like one other show that really looked similar to it, but I forgot the name. But yeah, I love the boss. Love the kind of like, you know, the pissed off girl. I love her. I love their connection together. Like them together is... you know, them working together. They're like, she worked for him. And when they like pull off some shit together, it's really fucking funny. So I love their charisma together. Malcolm in the Middle isn't really for grown-ups. It's for the entire family, because I watched it with my parents when I was younger. Yeah, kind of, but it is kind of a surreal show. I do like it for that. Everybody loves Raymond. Never watched it. Roseanne. Probably give Roseanne a C tier. I do like Roseanne herself, but I hate everyone around her. So yeah, maybe if she got a better family, maybe I would like it more. But I do like Roseanne itself though, so she gets a pass. Rules, haven't watched it. Scrubs, probably a B tier. Probably put it there because, you know, putting everything in A tier, it's kind of much. I love the smart ass doctor. He's pretty funny. I like you know, Turk and that main guy. They're pretty funny together. You kind of have to work with those three. I think that the janitor is also pretty funny. He has some quirks. He's like kind of more of a mellow guy compared to the main doctor, which is like the savage guy, who is my favorite character because he's the most badass and the funniest guy in the show. I might put it in A tier, but the later seasons are so bad, so it's kind of unwatchable. But the first couple, or the early seasons are pretty good. So Spin City, never watched it. Saved by the Bell, probably D tier. Don't really like it that much. It's really dated. I think you just invented a new ship, though. Tracy and Marshall, lol. Fuck that, I didn't look right. Lily X Marshall all the way. Yeah, I just didn't look right. It wasn't. It's not a fucking troll. I didn't look right at the characters. I haven't watched the show in a while. Give me a fucking break. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Got there. Love all the characters. They're fucking insane. It's like they sniff a line of coke like before the recording, and that's when they go live. The cast is so likable. I like all the characters. Like I said, love the setting, love the story in Sunny in Philadelphia. It's just a fucking mad ass show. That's what I love about it. So yeah, one of the God tier shows. The 70 shows, B tier. It's pretty funny. I think that Eric is kind of a pussy, and Donna shouldn't be with him because he's a pussy and she can get better. Probably my favorite character is like the hippie stoner dude, the smart ass guy, but he's written to be a smart ass. So Hart, okay, yeah. Yeah, but Lily X Marshall, that is the ultimate ship right there. That's probably my favorite sitcom shit. I mean, they're so cute together. They're such a cute couple. But yeah, the 70 shows for what I watched is pretty good. But later when Eric goes away, then it goes to shit for some reason. You like it's a perfect thing to say. Like you don't know what you got until it's gone, something like that. And that's exactly what Eric was to the show. Like, he was kind of the heart of the show for some reason, even though he was probably the weakest character. But when he was gone, the show kind of turned to shit. Okay, The Office, got there. The main guy. I really need to remember these names because I sound like a fucking scrub. But the main guy, pretty fucking funny dude. When he left the show, it kind of went to shit again. But, with him, it was such a funny show. Like the whole kind of setup, like talking directly to the camera and explaining how it goes in The Office was such a fucking meta thing to do from The Office. It was such a game-changing way to record or to explain your thoughts to the other characters. It was really like fourth wall breaking, which didn't really break the immersion. It just made it funnier, I think. So they really had like the perfect way to show that. Fast, Hyde, and Red, Eric's dad, are my favorite. Oh yeah, I forgot Red. Yeah, Red is pretty good. Yeah, Test 70 show, like, it's fun to watch. It's a fun show. I do like Test 70 shows. So fuck that 80 show though. Fuck that show. Okay, 2.5 Men, dog shit show. I hate the dad. I hate Charlie Sheen. Don't mind the kid, I guess, but he's just kind of pointless. Awful characters, awful plots, really predictable, really lazy show. It's pretty shit, but it has like I think it's the lowest rated sitcom, and that's like a 5. I think no one actually likes it. So, or F tier, that's what I meant. Will and Grace, haven't watched. Workaholics, I give Workaholics a B tier. I like the characters. They're all kind of like junkies that don't really give a fuck about their job, but they still, I don't know, they like to wreak havoc. And it's fun to watch them go apeshit on each other and like pull some shit off. But it does kind of get old after all. But it is a fun show. I do watch it over any of the almost all the top 10s of WatchMojo's picks. Okay, Psych. I've seen a little bit of Psych. It was really boring. It's like the most generic CSI kind of like. It's like a CSI show, but it's also sitcom-ish. I don't really consider it a sitcom myself. It's more of a CSI drama in a way, but it's in a sitcom setting. It's really bland. I don't get why it's considered a sitcom. It's really fucking boring. Seinfeld got there, of course. It's like the most inventive and the most innovative, or the most, influential sitcom. It's not necessarily the most inventive, but it's, it's the most influential, it's the most important sitcom, because it really like set up a lot of the sitcom quotes, you know, the laugh track and the clip by clip, the frame by frame, how that went, you know. It really set up how sitcoms were gonna be and how they were meant to be, and how you can pull them off the funniest. That's why it was number 1 on the Watch Mojo thing, and I do agree with that. I do think that Community, always Sunny and Office should have a place as well, but you know, it's still good for what it is, and I don't know the Bernie Mac show, so that's my definitive ranking on sitcoms. This is pretty much the definitive list right here. If you disagree with this, then there's clearly something wrong with you. I don't know. Maybe My Name is Ross B tier, but I don't know. I do like it though, but meh. I don't know. Psych is a dramedy, just like Scrubs, but not as funny. Yeah, Scrubs is way funnier in my opinion. So maybe Scrubs is A tier, but I already have a lot of A tier, so I do think that this is pretty definitive. So let's do the metal shit right now. I think the sky is long gone, but let's do that. Maybe something else, but I'm probably gonna eat after this because I've done it for 1.5 hours right now. I think it's gone, so I'm doing this for no one right now. But I've already seen it though, so it's not really that innovative for me.
They were the loudest
Or
and
it's not a new
fastest
video
guys
for me,
around.
so. To be honest, I'm not really a metal guy anymore. I just, I don't know, I like hip hop a lot now, and
Influential heavy metal bands
pop.
of all time.
I like rock, yeah, but not really a huge metal fan anymore.
Number 10, Venom. Though
I still listen to, like, you know,
less
System
skilled
of a
than
Down
perhaps,
and
Venom
Tool
made up
and
for it by composing some of the fastest
something on
metal
this
around.
list. I don't think so. I don't really listen to a lot of traditional metal anymore. It's kind of boring.
Because of this,
Ooh,
their
I love ISIS. I love
trailblazing
ISIS though. I
influence
love
in
ISIS,
black
Deluxe from
metal can't
Mastodon.
be denied. Their
In
dark
Flames, I
sound,
like a lot,
combined
so.
with morbid lyrics and imagery, also made them
Lord Big
forerunners
Bang and
of
Full
the
House,
extreme
Both
metal
Cheers, and
scene
Fresh Prince taking
heavily
the real hot
inspired
takes.
thrash metal's Big Four.
Yeah. Big Bang was actually kind of entertaining for me at
Motorhead.
some times. Venom sucks. Horrible production. The singer from Venom was a fucking asshole to Michael Eckerfeld once because he was like, "Oh, sign my shirt, please," and he was like, "Yeah, sure," and then get out. That's how he treated fucking Michael Eckerfeld. Oh yeah, Opeth, fucking Opeth and Agalog. Those are my favorite metal bands, but they're not gonna be on there because they're not too big for this list, of course.
By taking hardcore
Motorhead, more of a punk band in my opinion, but they're alright. I would probably, like, if I have to rate the bands, I would probably give Venom like an F tier. They're horrible bands.
into a faster and heavier
Motorhead is probably a D tier. It is better. It's
and
better.
adding loud
They're better
guitars and
bands.
raspy vocals, Motorhead has been
But
called
that
the
is because they're not a
originator
black
of
metal
speed
band.
metal.
Most black metal does sound like diarrhea.
The band set the stage for the new wave of British heavy metal with its first few
There's some black
albums
metal
and
that I do like though,
eventually
but
joined the movement's
it's pretty
ranks. They
few and far
also
between.
planted the seed for thrash metal's foundation with their consistently hard rockin'
I love
sound.
ISIS band, still one of the best out of context lines ever.
Number 8, Pantera.
Yeah, I just made the ISIS joke
With the
again.
hiring of Phil Anselmo on vocals, Pantera went from a glam metal band to pioneers
I
of a
always
new
say it for
wave
that
of
reason.
American heavy metal.
I mean, yeah, again, Pantera, better bands. I'd give them a C tier,
They
sure.
first distinguished
I'm feeling
themselves
generous
with the
today.
groove and thrash metal effort
I'll go
Cowboys
up
from
and up
Hell,
and up.
But within a
C
few
is-
short
C is
years,
fine.
they topped the charts with far beyond.
They have
given.
good grooves. I think Phil is a good
Pantera's
singer
legacy
though. I
continues
just,
to
I
live
don't know.
on,
I get kind of
despite their
tired of the
breakup and
Pantera
John
sound after a while.
Badgar's tragic death.
Cowboys is their best album, and this album is pretty good too. Not a huge vulgar guy. I do love fucking Hostile though. When that song comes on, it fucking pumps me up. You know what I'm saying? Fucking hell. Pantera does have their place though, and they are a good band, but I don't know. They're just a bit too fucking loud and in your face for me to really enjoy them. I like more like mellow like meta bands like Tool and Mastodon. I think they're a bit cooler. And Agalog, of
Number
course.
7, Megadeth.
Okay, to be honest, there is a debate here to call them the greatest thrash metal band of all time, but I'm not a huge thrash metal fan anymore. I'd probably give it to Metallica now because they have way better production and way better vocals. The only thing that Megadeth does better is the technical prowess, which I'm not a huge fan of. So to be honest, I kind of prefer Metallica in any way, you know, in every single way except for the technicality, which I'm not a huge fan of anymore. So
Founded by ex-Metallica...
like, you don't have to wank your guitar to be a good musician. Like, I like when you hit hard. I like shit that hits you, you know?
Guitarist Dave Mustaine. Megadeth...
And Megadeth notes go over your head anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And the vocals are shit and all that, so...
Evolving lineup since its inception. Even
yeah.
so, the band remains...
I do regret buying a lot of vinyl from them, so there's that.
Force in metal
At least I don't have Pantera vinyl.
They haven't lost any of their speed.
And there's some Metallica vinyl, they're fine. Like at my mom's. Such a bad singer. I'll probably give him a beat. He's so
complex
bad.
Instrumentals, memorable guitar solos.
To be honest, the
and
production kind of
volatile
sucks
lyrics.
too. Like Dave being a fucking shredder. That's the only thing he really has going for him.
Earned gold records and a massive international following.
Don't get me wrong. I kind of, you know, I dislike Metallica for a lot of reasons as well because they're kind of basic bitches, but at least they sound good, you know. They have a good sound going for them. Can't really say the same for Megadeth. Okay, this is Anthrax. I've seen this list so many times. To be honest, Anthrax is kind of a better band though, not gonna lie. They have better vocals, they're better structured, they have, I don't know, they sound more in tune than Megadeth, they have better production. They kind of are a better band, to be honest. I do love my Sound of White Cum though. That's a good album.
Thrash metal wouldn't be what it is today.
Sound of Cum noise. I don't know. Orly is such a fucking dope song.
One of the first thrash metal acts to gain major label recognition, the American outfit helped define the genre with their rapid-fire riffs and hardcore.
I mean, Metallica is the best thrash band though, not gonna lie. I don't really care anyway because I'm not a thrash fan, but still, not
by
anymore.
adding humor to their lyrics or collaborating.
I love sludge metal now. Love sludge and alt metal. So dope. Prog metal's still kind of cool.
Number 5,
most
Slayer.
of it. I mean, Slayer is a cool concept for a band, but you know the reason why they kind of suck is mainly because they kind of like wank their guitars and they, I don't know, like their structure in notes is dog shit. It's so bad. But you know their atmosphere is pretty great. Like the whole satanic thing that they have going for them is way better, of course, than Venom ever could. So I would still give them a C tier for that. Probably would give Anthrax a C tier as well. Probably would give Megadeth a D tier though.
Slayer set the pace for thrash
I think they're probably the worst band
out
of the big four.
Rain in Blood.
Their production is just unlistenable for me. Sludge metal is the best metal IMO. I mean about Metallica over Megadeth. Yeah, I mean sure. Fistful of Metal was so great. The first Anthrax album. First Anthrax album is fucking awful. How can you say that? Such a bad album. They barely had their sound together on that album.
The Grammy-winning Slayer has influenced many.
I mean, this is their best song though. I do blast the song from time to time. Very progressive, very, I mean, innovative for the band. I wish they did more stuff like this.
Number 4, Judas Priest.
I give Slayer a C there.
If you're looking for pure heavy metal,
this might be controversial, but I'll probably give Judas Priest like a D, probably, because I think they're boring for the most part. I don't really like them now. They're one of those boomer bands which I don't really care about, so you know, that's my opinion, but there you go. The only song I really love from them is Beyond the Realms of Death, this song, and Painkiller, of course.
In the 1970s, these metal gods combined the double guitar style of K.K. Downing and Glenn Tipton with Rob Halford's theatrical vocals to create their unique and heavy sound. Though more radio-friendly tracks gave them success in the 80s, the Brits remain in heavy metal.
There should be some sludge metal there, though.
Varied song structures, fierce and fast tunes, and fashion sense.
Yeah, I mean, Rob was gay, though, so of course he's gonna dress up. No offense, but that's why they did it. They just followed Rob.
Number 3, Metallica.
I'll probably give Metallica a beat there. They're probably the best band on there so far.
While they've softened over the years, Metallica
They probably are my
remains one of
favorite
the
band
most
on this top 10.
commercially successful heavy metal bands ever.
I do like this song.
The fast-paced
I have a
and
mod
aggressive
on Left 4
sound,
Dead
complex compositions,
where you're
and
on the
wide
concert stage. If you have played that game before, you're on the concert. I have a mod where you can actually like replace the band that was playing on that concert, and you can replace that to have a Metallica concerts on there, which I modded in there. So every time I go on the concert, they play For Whom the Bell Tolls, Battery, and the solo of Fight Fire with Fire, which is probably my favorite Metallica opener. Such a dope song. So yeah, those 3 songs pretty fucking sick. You know, in the peak era of Metallica when they were fucking on top of the world. That was some good shit. Blasting zombies while fucking the Fight Fire with Fire solo plays. Fucking sick. I do love that.
lightning and Master of Puppets.
Yeah, they probably are the best
position
one on
band
there.
as one of thrash metal's big 4.
I might give them an 8 though, but they have so much dog shit albums, so I think I still have to put them on B because like their later stuff is so awful. So I'll put them in B. Metallica's a good band. They're probably
Thanks
the
to
best
the
one
Black
on there.
Album and their technically astounding
Not a huge
performances,
Maiden fan.
their underground following turned into mainstream
like
success
Metallica
and
more.
made them leaders in the genre.
Like, you know, when this album came out and everything else is just bad. I'm just a fan of the first 4.
Number 2, Iron Maiden. With their iconic guitars and
I mean, Iron Maiden is like a more
Iron
fun,
spearheaded a
updated
new
Judas
wave of
Priest,
British metal.
but it's just too upbeat for me, I think. I like the more like depressive cold bands like Opeth and Agalog. That's what I like more.
Despite controversial
I think
lyrics and
Sky
imagery, the number of
recommended
the
me
Beast
to
has
do this
become
for
a
like an
classic,
hour ago.
while Power
Now he's
Slave
gone.
cemented them
I'm doing
as
this for
heavy
no
metal
one.
greats.
I mean, Round of the Ancient Mariners, much better. I'd probably give them a C, just for personal reasons.
Killer
Like,
live shows, Maiden
you know,
has
for
always
metal
built up
standards, they're
crying
probably like an
things
A or an
and
S
is
tier band, but
continuously
for my
cited as
personal
an
taste, they're
influence by
probably
scores of
C
artists.
because I'm not really into their hyperactive, like power metal-esque shit, you know? Not a huge fan of
Number
it.
1, Black Sabbath.
Probably put Black Sabbath on the
Ozzy
B as
isn't
well.
the godfather of
Pretty good
heavy
band.
metal for nothing.
First 2 albums are pretty game-changing. This video might get flagged actually because I'm playing music right
Black
now.
Sabbath, the Prince of Darkness, set the blueprint for heavy metal and
I mean, I love Iron Man.
Alongside Tony
Paranoid Album
Iommi's
is pretty
big
good.
bad riffs, his signature vocals and tormented
I do like it
lyrics
though.
made for a dark,
I might even
heavy
prefer some
blues rock
songs of
sound
Ozzy Osbourne
unlike
solo
anything
though,
before.
like Mr. Crowley and Barker to Moon. I do love to.
Though they
What's it called again?
solidified
No
their
More
status
Tears.
as
That's
heavy
a good
metal
song.
pioneers with the seminal Paranoid.
I'll
the band
probably
continued
give
to
those
mark the
songs
genre
and this
with
band
later
the B
lineups
as well. But I do prefer Metallica because their production is better. They just sound better
Do you
than
agree
Black
with our
Sabbath. But
list? Who is your
Black
favorite
Sabbath is a good
metal
band as well. I could do metal
If
band
they're
as
not
well,
on the
metal
list,
band
be
tier
sure to
list.
check out
But
our top 10 hard
I
rock
did like
bands of the
a
1980s
huge
and
one,
other entertaining
you know,
videos
before.
at
But
watchmojo.com.
I mean, I can look at the. Why does my mouse always go crazy when I first touch it? I mean, I can understand, but sure. Okay, metal bands. And while I'm doing that, you guys can also fill me in what to do next, or I'll quit and I'll eat. Because I'm kind of hungry right now. So look for a metal band for a metal list. Just looking if some of my favorites are on there. Okay, I see a lot of rock bands though, and not a lot of metal. And I did say metal bands though. Oh, they say bands from 60s to 2090. So that's probably my favorite bands are probably not on here. Not on here because ranking the metal greats, that is a big fucking Linkin Park. Ranking the greats. Hell yeah, my brother. Okay, but I still don't see my bands on here though. Where the fuck are my bands? Like your Opeths and your Agalogs and your ISIS. Where the fuck are those bands? Motherfucker. Oh my god, I don't see them anywhere. Yeah, Limp Bizkit though, that's one of the greats for sure. Yeah, I'm just looking for best metal bands of all time. Like, maybe give me one. Give me Opeth or something, come on. Like, if they are not on there, I'm not gonna do it. Oh yeah, okay, they are on there. But there's also... Oh, Agalog is also on there, okay. Yeah, fine, I'll do this one. Okay, so Avenged Sevenfold, D-Tier, they have some catchy songs, but I can't stand the singer, to be honest. There's not an F tier in there. I'm gonna add a F tier row. Add a row below F. Like, there was one list that I did that was way bigger than this one, but I didn't have a mic back then, so it was pretty much unlistenable. Oh, and I think Palmer's left as well, so... Oh, no, what? Oh, I changed this one. This one used to be an E tier, and the new one should be an F tier. Yes. Okay, F. Okay, accept pretty dog shit bands. Don't like them. Really generic. They never motivate me to like put them on or something. AC/DC C tier. They're pretty catchy. They have some good songs. They're just really repetitive. Oh, and I have 0 views right now. Thanks. So I'll probably end it after this done. Okay, Adrenaline Mob. I should also probably put a haven't heard list or haven't heard tier. Add a row below. Yes. I changed the color. Okay, change it into blue. Haven't heard or don't know. Okay. Adrenaline Mob, haven't heard of them. Agalog is a god tier band for me. They are so atmospheric and so delightful to listen to. I love their vibe, I love their aesthetic. I love almost all their albums except for the last one, I think. I think the song was going in, but no. But Agalog is an absolute essential band to listen to. Alice in Chains, C tier. I like some of their songs, but overall I can't stand the singer, to be honest. I do like the Willem Daval era, but the songs were weaker, so... If Willem Daval would cover the Dirt album, it would probably be one of my favorite albums, but I don't know, maybe. Who knows? But I can't stand Lane Staley. Amon Amarth, C tier, they have some good albums, but you know, with Odin on our side, it's like their only good album, and besides that, they are not the best. Ancients, Bard, never heard of them. Anthrax, C tier. Love the White Cum album. Or I like it, you know, there's some good songs on it. You know, the Among the Living and shit like that, it's fine. It's pretty decent stuff. I do like the Worship Music record. That is a pretty comeback album. One of the better ones. Kylie, don't know. Arch Enemy, pretty bad. Pretty like poser bands. Don't really like them. Don't know what that says. Don't Santa or something. Don't know. I think this is Battery. I'll give Battery a C tier. Not the biggest fan of them, not a huge black metal fan, but Battery is of course one of the trendsetters, so I have to respect them. Beast in Black, pretty generic bands, pretty lifeless power metal band, don't like them. Black Label Society, Scott, I want to say Scott Pilgrim, but Scott Wild, pretty funny guy, but besides that, they're not really great. Black Sabbath, B tier, pretty classic, don't really listen to a lot of Sabbath, but I mean about Metallica over Megadeth. Yeah, I prefer Metallica now over Megadeth. Yeah, but I already read that. Okay, so everyone left. Cool. Don't know what this says. Bon Jovi, they're not a fucking metal band after. Awful band. If you like them, then you're a soccer mom and you don't know any better. Bon Jovi's not a metal band. Cannibal Corpse. I give them a C tier. There's actually this one A&B that I watched of you should watch. You should type in Hammer Smash Faced When They Cry. It is like an anime OVA, AMV, which I watched on YouTube. It's basically like little girls like fucking murdering each other over Hammer Smash Face, you know, shit like that. It's so fucking funny. I laughed my ass off. Like one of my earlier friends used to send me that. Now I don't have contact with him anymore, but he showed me that. It's one of my favorite feeders right now. Thank you for showing me that. You're not here anymore, but still thanks. Celtic Frost C tier. I like the Temangatarian album. I think that the last album is pretty good. And Morbid Tales is a classic, of course, but the main reason why I don't put them any higher is because their production is so awful. They are pretty much like a first wave of black metal band, so they do sound like shit. But they are probably the best sounding first wave of black metal bands out there. So I would definitely put them on before I would ever put on Venom or shit like that. Children of Bodom, B tier, pretty good bands. I like their aesthetic. I like their, energetic kind of vibe that they bring to the table. They make Melodeath, not the best Melodeath band out there, but they are certainly good. Dark Tranquility, D tier. Never listened to them. Not a huge fan. They just sound like a worse In Flames to me, or like a less catchy version. Dream Theater, B tier. Musicianship is God tier. Not really about the technical wank, which they are all about. James LeBrie is a gorgeous singer. There are some songs that I absolutely adore from them, like Octavarium, Panic Attack, As I Am, the songs like that. There are like more emotional songs on Octavarium, which I really like. But they're not really good songs, you know what I mean? So, if Dream Theater would make an album, a whole album with songs like, Pull Me Under and Octavarium and shit like that, some of their best songs. Change of Seasons, also amazing song. It would have a whole album with just songs like that. They definitely would be, or one of their albums would be on my favorites list, because Octavarium is such a fucking amazing song. But, the reason why they're not any higher is because most of their albums are filler wank, so I don't really like to listen to a whole Dream Theater album. But listening to Octavarium or Change of Season or like 1 20-minute song, it's pretty great. It's pretty fucking good. Def, A tier. Reason they're not S tier is mainly because I can't really vibe to Def. Def is more of like a, they're also kind of a technical band, but they are, vocal-wise way better than Megadeth, of course. But Chuck was a legend. I do love the Def logo. The Def logo is fucking awesome. Look at this shit. They would be S tier, but I can't really vibe to Def. I love my vibe bands like Agalog and Opeth. That's why they are the best bands to me, because you can throw them on anytime. You can throw them on when you want to fucking headbang. You can throw them on when you want to like mellow out to something. You can throw them on any time. That's why they are the perfect band. With Def, you really have to be in like a fucking aggressive kind of like, kind of technical kind of, thought-provoking yet aggressive kind of tone, which is a specific tone which I'm not really into all the time. So that's the reason why they're A tier, not S. Deep Purple, D tier, or put them a C. They're a fine band for the time. I love the song Highway Star, but besides that, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I've heard like their first 10 albums, but I haven't really had the urge to revisit them. Def Leppard, E tier. They have some good songs, but they are basically like slightly more respectable Bon Jovi. Not a huge fan of them, but they have their place for sure. I used to hate them. They used to be F tier, but now they're fine to me. Deftones, maybe C or B. I think C, because they have too many songs that I don't give a fuck about. But you have songs like Change in the House of Flies and Drive Far, Far Away, which are amazing songs. Love the post-hardcore kind of like alternative metal shoegaze elements to their shit, which is pretty dope and pretty unique. Deftones has a really cool vibe. If they had a whole album that would really satisfy me with songs like that, I would put them in B tier. But White Pony's pretty good, but I still probably put it in C or maybe B. I don't know. Might change. I do like the band though. Diamond Head, E tier. Don't care for them. They had like one good album, which I don't really care about as well. which was also on the Metallica mod that I had, Am I Evil, which Metallica Lost Diamond had. But I don't really care for it, so I'm kind of indifferent towards it. Dio, C tier, he's fine. He's a great vocalist, but listening to his first 2 albums, I'm not really fond of it, to be honest. There are some good songs on it, but overall, meh, But Dio is an amazing singer. I love his voice, but his songwriting, it is a little bit dated in my opinion, so meh. Disturbed, F tier, fucking awful band. Well, probably the worst new metal band. And I do like new metal. I do like, Korn and Slipknot and some Linkin Park, Don't mind them. They are fine bands. But Disturbed is a horrendous band. I hate Disturbed so bad. Dragon Force, same thing, F tier. Love, of course, Through the Fire and Flames. Who doesn't, love that song. But besides that, they are an awful band. They are awful live. They're so bad live. And I don't know. They're just a joke to me. They're just so bad. Edge of Sanity, C tier. They're like, probably the first Megadeth band, I think, and probably the most respected Megadeth band, or Carcass. Pretty good. I don't really go back to their sound a lot, but I do respect their Megadeth nature. There's still fucking a lot of them. Emperor, C tier. I love their first album. I love I'm the Black Wizards, and there was one other song that I really like, but it's mainly I'm the Black Wizard. Especially live, it's amazing. But their later stuff is so bad, so I can't put them any higher. I don't know what this band is. Evanescence, fine. More of an alt rock band, I think, than really alt metal. Fate No More, C tier. They're fine. I prefer Mr. Bungle, but the singer is great. Mike Patton, love him. Don't know what this says. Venom Z or something. Gamma Ray, haven't really heard them a lot. I think this is Godflesh. They are fine. They're a bit too noisy for me, but they are an interesting band. Gojira, I don't like them. Pretty generic. Guns N' Roses, they're fine. I think their first 3 albums are fine. The double album is fine. And Appetite, pretty alright. Think this is Megadeth. No, it's not Megadeth. It has the Megadeth lettering, but I don't know what this is. Halloween, meh. Not really a huge fan of them. I prefer Gunarius, which is it's double. It's doubles because there are some bands that are double for some reason. Ice Earth, don't really care. I think they're a bit better than Halloween, but I still don't really care for them. In Flames. You have chosen a really bad logo for them though. This is pretty much the worst album, but I'll probably put them in God tier because In Flames is mainly similar to Death, whereas when you put them on, they are more aggressive and you have to be more in a particular mood. But Megadeth is more catchy to me. Megadeth is more captivating. It's easier to listen to. That's why some metal elitists hate Megadeth, because it's more targeted towards a broader audience. That's why I like it, and I still love Death, but I return to them less because I have to be in the right headspace to listen to them. Whereas with In Flames, I could put on, the Jester Race or Oracle or Reroute to Remain. I love Cloud Connected. That's such a dope song. Listen to the shit all the time. And they're one of those bands where you put them on and it's pretty brutal. It's still death metal, but it's metal death, so it's really catchy. It's like death metal with a pop hook. That's kind of what it is. That's why they're so catchy. That's why I return to them so much. When I just want to kind of jam out, I just put on In Flames and I'm happy. So yeah, I do love In Flames. I play them all the time, so I still play them all the time. Still on board of them. Iron Maiden, meh. Not really return to them. They're like the OG power metal bands, but I don't really care. If you consider this power metal album, I prefer Jester Rage by In Flames. I think it's a way better album. It's way catchier. It's way more fun. It's way more aggressive as well. That's why I love In Flames so much. They have that aggressive kind of serious tone, but they're also really catchy. And Maiden is mainly happy. They sound too upbeat for me. That's why I don't really gravitate towards them. But they have amazing songs like Hallowed Be Thy Name and Ram the Ancient Mariner, which I will always love. But They also have a whole album behind it, which I care less about. Judas Priest, probably give them a D tier. Meh, don't really care. Killswitch Engage, they have grown on me. C tier. They're pretty catchy, but, you know, as far as, you know, a mellow metal, is that a thing? As far as melodic metal goes, I prefer In Flames, of course. Korn, C tier. They're one of the better new metal bands, but, you know, they have kind of a cringy sound, but they do have some good songs. Creator, D tier, never cared for them. Meh, Lamb of God, never cared for them. Led Zeppelin, not really a metal band, but I'll put them in C. They're fine. Limp Bizkit, not the best band ever, but they do have their moments. Linkin Park, I'll put them in C. They're fine. Manowar, don't give a fuck. Mayhem, some pretty bad. Megadeth, that's such a bad logo for them. D. Technical prowess is pretty good, but the vocals are awful. I hate the vocalist. I hate Dave Mustaine, but you know the band is well, they're pretty shit. Pretty technical though, but they're pretty shit. Merciful Fate, I'll put them in C. King Diamond is of course a legend. I like him. I think the songwriting is a little bit outdated, but the band is fine. Metallica, B tier. I do like them. They have good songs. Production is pretty great for the time, and still to this day, it's still really good production for metal. So. Give Metallica all the shit you want. They are catchy bands. They are fun to listen to. So fuck off, haters. Morbid Angel. Maybe B tier. I do like Morbid Angel. They're pretty good. I only really returned to like the first album and the third one. I think the third one is like the most catchiest. But I'll put them in C. They don't have enough songs for me to like them. For B, Molly Crew is pretty bad. They have like one good song, which I like, but beside that, they're pretty awful. And I'm not updating my list right now. I'm not updating my... How does the audio sound for the metal list?
I mean, yeah, again, Pantera, better bands. I'd give them a C tier, sure.
Yeah, it sounds actually pretty good, so... I'm pretty happy with the sound choice, but people got bored, I guess, so... But that's fine. Yeah, Strata just came down and saying, "Oh yeah, I love sludge metal." Yeah, we didn't know that yet. Motorhead, boring. Don't know what this says. Tano, War, or something. Nightwish, pretty bland bands. The vocal is pretty good though, but I think their teams are just really boring. Opeth, God tier, arguably my favorite band of all time, together with Agalog. Really great atmosphere. You can headbang to them. Michael Ackerveld is a beautiful singer. I love that man. Yeah, Opeth, I can listen to them all day and never get bored. Overkill, pretty bad. Ozzy Osbourne, like I said with Black Sabbath, he's probably, like, his albums are pretty bad or pretty just bleh for me. But he has some really good songs, so I would probably put him in B if he had more, like, good songs, but, you know... His albums as a whole are not really that good, but you know what? I'll put him in C. He's fine. Pantera, I did say C tier. Yeah, sure, they can go in there. First album's pretty good. After that, or 3, I guess. I don't know Flood though. I didn't say that in the video, but I love the song Flood from the Great Southern Trendkill. I fucking adore that song. But they don't have a lot of songs that I really like, you know, like that song. I'm not a huge Cowboys from Hell guy. I do love the sleep though of that album, but not a huge fan overall of that album. But I do still think it's their best one, probably. Or maybe the Great Southern Trendkill, that one does have its moments. It's maybe Flood, but I mean, come on. Papa Roach, awful new metal band. They're probably the worst band ever in new metal. Paradise Lost, pretty good. B tier. Gothic metal band. They are a bit too depressing for me, I guess. They are a bit too, I don't know. They have like Death Doom, it almost sounds like there some sites label them Gothic metal and some label them Death Doom, and they do kind of linger towards Death Doom, which it's not a genre I'm really into that much, to be honest. So I'll give them B. They're pretty good. What is this? I don't recognize it. Possessed, E tier, really bad death metal band. You know, the first one apparently together with Death, but Death is way better. Don't know. Queens of the Stone Age, not really metal band, but I put them in C. I love. What songs do I love? I love. I love the songs This is so difficult. It's so difficult to remember songs of a band that you don't give a fuck about, for the most part. Feel Good End of the Summer, fucking dope. Love that song. I love... fuck, what's it called again? Sail Something of the one of the newer albums. Like Clockwork, that album. Smooth Sailing, that's a good song. I like that song. And First It Give It. Those 3 songs are pretty good. I love those songs. But besides that, not a huge fan. Queensryche, I give them C. Like, there are some good songs of Empire and Operation. But besides that, the band's pretty blah. I never listened to them besides those 2 albums. Quiet Riot, After, Awful Band. This is Battery. I'll give them a C. Well, what the fuck is this then? Burzum? I'll give Burzum D tier. No, yeah, I didn't even recognize that it was Burzum. Rainbow, I'll give them a C. It's better than Dio itself, I think. So I'll put them beside, put them a bit above Dio. Rainbow is more interesting to me, together with Richie Blackmore. I actually prefer Rainbow both over Dio and Deep Purple, to be honest. I would almost give them B tier. But the reason I'm putting them in C is mainly because I really want to like the album Rising, which I actually have on vinyl because I was really into it back then. But the only 2 songs I really love of that album are, of course, Stargazer and Light in the Dark. No, Light in the Black or something. I forgot the title, but something Light in the something. Not Rainbow in the Dark. That's from Holy Diver, but Light in... The last song of Rising, I forgot the fucking title. Light in the Black, I think. I don't fucking remember. Rage, D-tier, probably the most overrated new metal bands. I don't really care for them. They're really overrated and mediocre. Red, I've never listened to them. Don't know. I think there's Sabbath. Saxon is meh. Iron Maiden is better. Scorpions, I used to say to Downfall that this wasn't a fucking metal band, and Downfall was like, oh, fuck you, Scorpions is metal. And I'm like... Ew, the kind of hard rock, new metal, like, why are you getting so mad about a mediocre band? I don't really care for them. Meh, I don't really get why you would get upset about that, but sure. But you know, I get upset about some like petty shit. Sepultura, C tier. I love Beneath the Remains. Or love, I like it. I like Beneath the Remains. Really like Arise though. Arise is a really good album. Arguably my favorite thrash metal album. I like KSOD, and Roots is kind of shitty, but those early albums are pretty good. After Roots, the band is absolute unlistenable garbage, so don't go after the Max Cavalera era. It's really unlistenable garbage, so don't do it. Slayer, probably put them in C. I like the first 5 albums. After that, the band goes to shit. Same, pretty much the same thing with all the thrash metal bands, but mainly Slayer and Metallica. I mean, Megadeth was never really that good, to be honest. Slipknot, I almost want to give them B tier because they have grown on me, but I put them in C. The only album I really like from them is Iowa, which is a really good album. I like the self-titled one. I think that's their 4th album is pretty good. I forgot the title, but I want to say Left Behind, but that's a song from Iowa. That's a song I really like. What's it called again? I forgot that All Hope Is Gone. That's a pretty good album. I think it's pretty underrated. Silver's on there, and Psychosocial, which is probably their best song. Are there more songs? Memories is pretty good. Yeah, there was also this really like slow burn bullshit song on there, which I didn't really care for. SOAD, I'll give them a top tier. Yeah. They have some albums that I don't really care about, like Toxicity, Surprising, and the middle album, the Steelers album, which was kind of alright to me. I like their last 2, and their debut is pretty good. Probably Hypnotize, my favorite album by them. Really good bands, I really like them. So they go in the A tier. I don't know this band, Stratovarius. Suicidal Tendencies, pretty generic trash over bands. I prefer DRI, but I don't think they're on there. Sum 41, awful pop punk band. They're not a fucking metal band. Symphony X, they're fine. Well, D tier, I really don't care for them. Testament, same thing, don't care for them. Tool is an A tier. Love Tool, love their harmonies, I love their melodies, I love their like really weird, interesting nature. They're pretty mysterious. They are a little bit like, sometimes they are a little bit too slow for my taste. Like, you know, they can like, I don't know. Like if you heard one Tool song, you've heard them all, but I do like Tool, so they can go on the A tier. I love Anima, I love Ladder Riders, I love the shit. Don't know. Van Halen can go to C tier. They're not a metal band, but they're fine. I like the self-titled a lot. I like Van Halen too. I like 1984. They're a fine band. Venom, F tier, awful bands. Celtic Frost is way better. Voivod, F tier, hate them. Really, they sound like almost auto-tuned progressive metal or something. It's such an awful band, I hate them. Don't know. Avenged, probably D tier. Meh, don't care. Except, oh yeah, I think they're already rated Avenged Sevenfold. So yeah, these are the bands that I've done already. Oh yeah, I've done all of them already, right? Yeah. So it's just repeating now. So yeah, that was it. So yeah, this is my list of the bands I love and hate. There you go. So yeah. No ISIS, no Mastodon. That's unfortunate because those bands are great as well. But at least Agalog and Opeth were on there. And all of In Flames also. That's my list. Let me know your list in the comments down below. Or, I don't know, make your own tier list and put it on the Discord. Because everyone in here is in my Discord. One person is in here again, but I'm gonna quit because no one... Oh, huh? What the fuck? Oh. I updated my chart and it gave me new comments again. I fucking hate you, YouTube. Like, YouTube never shows me the updates of the comments. Like, I have to update it myself. Like, fucking hell. That's so bad. Okay, but it was just, well, Pollard, but, you know, I appreciate you being in here, but it was just one guy, so it's not that bad. But still, I wanted some feedback. But, you know, you gave it to me, but YouTube didn't update it. Fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you, Susan. Anthrax were the punkiest of the big four of Trash is Wider. Were always kind of the odd one for many. I mean, Slayer to a degree is kind of punk, but because they play the instruments fast and shitty, that's a good reason for that. Hey Strato, Seasons in the Abyss is such a catchy yet still deranged chord. I love Seasons in the Abyss, the song. IMO B-52s is a better gay band than Judas Priest. In your opinion? I mean, I like Judas Priest more, but sure. Still love me some Priest though. I do love some Priest songs, but I'll never really listen to the band, to be honest. I always love upbeat yet still kick-ass metal, like In Flames. Tony Martin and Dio are such great singers. What's Tony Martin again? I forgot who Tony Martin is. British singer. Oh, is that the guy who replaced Judas Priest? Oh no, he was one of the later Black Sabbath singers. That's why I don't know him. He was 98. Are you fucking kidding me? That's mad. Damn. Wait, is he still alive? What's going on? Why do I always get the shitty Dutch Wikipedia site? That's so bad. I still no. I don't want a fucking cyclist. Like fucking hell. Oh my fuck! Get out of here. Wikipedia. It's a true fact. Wikipedia that. Okay, what's going on with this? Okay. I saw a girl who had been kidnapped. I was like, wait, is Billie Eilish kidnapped? But no, there's different. A lot of girls, but it's not Billie Eilish. What's going on here? Yeah, Taylor Swift is popular. No shit. Oh, and Billie Eilish got a record of the year. And Folklore wins album of the year. Okay, a record, that probably means song, I think. Tony Martin. I mean, to be honest, I think as an artist, I prefer Taylor Swift, and as a singer, I prefer Billie Eilish, if that makes sense. British singer. Oh, he's 63. Oh, I think Wikipedia meant the cyclist, probably. He was 98. And that's probably because he's, doing healthy shit, but... Okay, Google, don't fuck me up like that, Jesus. I don't give a shit about a cyclist, fucking hell. I like to cycle myself, but I don't really give a fuck about it, Okay, but that was the list. So that's Tony Martin right there. Yeah, I think that's really it. I have to refresh my... No, that's really it. I thought I had to fucking refresh my chart again, but no, that's it for the list. Thank you for watching it. If you want to see more like this, then let me know in the comments down below. I don't think I'll get a comment, but this was fun though. This was more fun than I think the games that I play, so I don't think you can get for gameplay. So I'll rather just do this if I get the views. If people like to see it, then let me know. This is Ominous. Hope you enjoyed this vid, and I'll see you in the next video. If you recommend something, because I would like that, of course. So, yeah.